Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Night of Misfortune bringing you a new series on my channel, something perhaps a lot of you are new to, but it is, of course, D&D, something I haven't done in a while on this channel. But I'm really excited to get a cool new campaign up and going. A few things about this campaign that I wanted to share before we get started. While the characters don't technically know it, the players do know that this is going to have a large time travel theme associated with it. And so that is a challenging endeavor. And in planning this campaign, I've come across countless forums where people were very skeptical and discouraging about using any form of time travel, let alone it being a central theme and element of a campaign. So this should be a very interesting and challenging campaign, but I'm really, really excited for it. I'm really excited to be with some of these players that I've played with in the past and some of the new players. If you've been following my Supreme Commander stuff, of course, we have a person from there, so I'm really, really excited for that. And yeah, so my name is Dimitri, and I am known as Nite, and I will be your dungeon master for this campaign. And the series is called the Triquetra. And we will introduce the series or kind of the background in a moment. But first, I wanted to allow the players to very quickly go around and maybe say something about kind of what their history with D&D is and why they like playing D&D or anything to basically introduce themselves. So I'll pass it on to Simon. You're up first. You get the short straw.
Oh shit. Yeah, as Dimitris just said, my name is Simon. My history in D&D is fairly new, I would say, actually. Um, the most experience I have is playing some small campaign with some buddies, so I have DM'd mostly, so it will be interesting for me to see how this goes.
Awesome.
That's about it.
All right. Well, next up is for the Supreme Commander 2 watchers, it's Spiff, also known as George.
Hello, everyone. I'm George, aka Spiff, aka Orange Bulls. I've been playing D&D on and off for about 20 years. Started in 3.5 and moved on to 5th edition. Played a little bit of Starfinder, yeah, been a DM, been a player, and I love both sides. Never played a wizard before, so I'm looking forward to having some fun with that.
Man, I didn't realize you played for 20 years. Wow, that's actually you might have more experience than I do. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's pretty
I'm an
awesome.
old mofo, so
That's pretty awesome. All right, and then somebody that I'm really excited to play again. We haven't played for over probably around 10 years. We have Miles.
Hey, yeah, my name's Miles, aka K-Pock. Dimitri said that I haven't played D&D, I guess, for about 10 years, so I'm pretty much starting fresh. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's going to be a massive learning experience for me, but I'm really excited to play.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next up is Cooper.
Hello, I'm Cooper. I've probably been playing D&D pretty regularly for 5 or 6 years now. First played it much longer ago than that, but yeah, probably like 6 years I would say. And I've played one campaign with Dimitri before, which was a lot of fun. So I was really excited when he said he was going to run a new campaign.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. We've been planning this one for a long time, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting that we finally got together to obviously play. All right, last we have Jake.
Hey guys, I'm Jake. I'm gonna be playing Silky. I also kind of like Cooper. I think I started playing around like 2015, 2016 in residency as a way to kind of stay sane, and decided that I actually really like D&D. I definitely play more on the DM side of the table, so I'm really stoked to be playing with Dimitri again. Actually, um, Dimitri was one of my first DMs that ran like a long format game. that actually kind of ran for a nice long time. So when I heard that he was running another campaign, I came running.
Yeah, actually, same for you. I know. So a funny story, actually. The the campaign that I played with Miles back in 2012, that was the first time I've ever ran the campaign, and we didn't even get halfway through. I think we barely got out of Tinal Valley for that campaign. And with you guys, I actually got to finish it. So it was the most amazing and incredible experience I've had in D&D, and it was awesome. So the last season of that campaign, by the way, is on my YouTube channel, so you guys can check that out. I'm trying to fix this overlay, but it's not working. Anyway, I'll abandon it. I'll introduce myself again because I didn't really say what my history with D&D was. I started playing D&D when I was a kid back in 2004, so a little less than 20 years, but I do have a lot of experience now and then. I did drop it for a long time, but the last, I want to say three-ish years, I've been playing a lot. I've been DMing a lot. Most of my experience is from being a DM, because I actually enjoy being a DM quite a bit. So, yeah, I think that is all I have for my introduction. So, without further ado, I am going to introduce the campaign. All right. So, gloom and despair has set over the world of Maros. The plague that began 17 years ago was relentless, quickly eradicating most of the population. Nevertheless, some developed an immunity to the disease. These few now inherit the world, or rather what is left of it. Nations fell, society crumbled, and ideals disappeared, while hysteria and lawlessness prevailed. Groups of survivors scattered throughout the lands. Those that stayed alone eventually perished due to either starvation, scavengers, or disease. The only hope was to join with others and to try to form groups that can self-sustain. The characters in our party have all lost everything except themselves, and even that is likely fleeting now. The past 17 years have been a constant struggle for survival without much meaning. Nevertheless, something has brought each of them to the southwest region of the Crystal Desert known as the Shattered Crevasse, where they seek out meaning, answers, or escape from the reminder of what once was. You discovered an organization called the Triquetra in the area. Their purpose and nature is still largely elusive to you, but something draws you to them. The group proves to be very secretive and rejects most outsiders. However, they are looking for a group to retrieve an artifact from the surrounding area. You and 4 other individuals have been tasked with this order by the leader of the Triquetra, calling himself Hugo, and an odd goblin called Riggs. We begin our journey in the base of the Triquetra organization, an abandoned pyramid they call the Prism. You all have been summoned to the main hall to meet with Hugo and Riggs. As you enter the hall, you see what appears to be a large ceremonial chamber with pillars arranged in a circle. In the center is a large dais with a stone slab upon it. In the room, there are Hugo, Riggs, and a few other Triquetra guards. So, the 5 characters enter the room, and you're not really escorted by anybody, but, well, I guess you were, but they weren't like holding you hostage or anything. You are brought into the room by a Triquetra guard who stands near the entrance as you enter. And at this point, we can introduce the characters. I guess just you don't have to give a background or anything. Just kind of show what you look like or explain what you look like, and kind of your appearance, I guess. So, Delmar.
Yes. So, do you want me just to explain how I look, or do you want me to make an entrance?
I mean, if you want to make an entrance, you can make an entrance.
Oh man.
Okay, well, don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna fuck it up for us yet. Anyways, so Delmar is a warforged. He looks, if you look at him, he looks to be pretty old, pretty rusty. Seems to have some pretty simple, like a bit torn clothes. Cape that covers him. Looks like mostly, well, like to cover himself from the elements, not really any other clothes in that sense. You can also see a bit of bark and different kind of moss and a little bit of what do you call it in English?
Lichen.
No, when you open and close a door, the hinges, what do they do?
Creaking.
Creaking, thank you. A little bit of creaking as he does some more like bigger movements. A little bit of.
Nice. Very nice. All right. And next we have George.
All right, so my character is Ivarin Kiawin. He is a high elf wizard. Pretty spindly and physically not very strong. And he's wearing a plain but sturdy set of blue robes. Very bookish. Usually he's got his elf nose stuck in a book. And in fact, right now he's kind of standing off to the side, reading, waiting for someone to talk.
Awesome. Sorry.
Nope, that's it.
One thing that I think Simon forgot to mention is that around his, kind of on his shoulders and around his neck, there is a what appears to be a baby gold dragon wrapped around.
Oh, that's something kind of major.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. until now.
What? We talked about it yesterday.
Wait, he gets a free dragon? Can I have a dragon?
Yeah. Dragons for everyone.
You get a dragon. You get a dragon.
Everybody gets a
a dragon.
No, what you
Dragon
don't know is that he
dragon.
runs from every fight, so he's not going to contribute to any kind of encounter you guys have.
Damn.
So the dragon is going to do everything. All right, Miles, you're up next.
Yeah, so my character is Pot. He's a Dragonborn paladin. He's quite a big dude. My man's is pretty big, 6'7", about 320 pounds. He has more of a human looking face, which you'll be able to see in a photo, I assume, at some point, but or a drawing soon at some point. But he's got scales intermittently over his face and his body, and they're a bit thick. He's blackened red in nature. The skin tones and the scales and whatnot. And at the moment, he is currently sort of staring off in the distance, and his eyebrows, it looks like he's angry, like his eyebrows are across, but he's sort of grimacing, like with a smile, like a small smile. So the top half of his face is angry, and the bottom half of his face is happy. That's my character.
Nice. All right, Cooper.
So Raita is about 6'5", also pretty tall. She is a Shen or Lionkin, with, I suppose, normal features for a Lionkin, orange eyes and sort of tawny yellow fur. She looks a bit roughed up. You can tell she's probably been through a couple of battles in the past with like a couple scars around, but otherwise looks pretty sturdy. She usually wears pretty simple clothing, nothing too crazy or gaudy. And she has a long sword at her hip. And yeah, she tends to have a pretty stern expression. So she'd probably be hanging back with kind of a stoic face, I guess, surveying the room.
All right. And lastly, but not least, Jake.
So I'm playing Silky. So Silky is a small goblin, notable for his kind of like pale skin, and I would say probably more notable is the fact that he's actually dressed, if not lavishly, at least well, like with kind of like a thick rolling cloak, with a small dagger at his side, and kind of this interesting kind of like duster type undergarment. I imagine he would just kind of like stride in from around Pot's legs, since he's so big, and just kind of like for now would like kind of look thoughtfully around the room, just kind of like scanning the area for signs of what this place actually is.
All right. Yeah. One thing that I forgot to mention, guys, the art that you see is all done by Cooper. So thank you to her for that. It's actually pretty amazing to have stuff that's, kind of tailored to each character. So pretty awesome stuff. All right. So yeah, as you guys enter the room and you approach the dais, again, you see Riggs and Hugo, and I will actually share their pictures in Roll20. And I guess I can throw it over there for everybody to see as well. And Riggs is a goblin. And as you approach, the Hugo stands pretty still, but the Riggs is kind of like wobbling around and takes a step here and there. And she has this blindfold around her face, as you see. And she, but at the same time, she appears to be completely aware of her surroundings, and it's not as if she is misstepping or being clumsy. You get a feeling that she's very confident on her feet, but at the same time, obviously she can't see, and you suspect that she is actually blind because there's actually a little bit of blood kind of like around underneath, staining the covering of her eyes. And Hugo just continues like looking at you as you approach, and eventually says, as you're right up to him, welcome once again to the prism.
Do we know these two from beforehand?
Yes, so you've all arrived in different fashions at different times, but you've kind of learned that they were looking for somebody to go on this mission. And,
okay. And specifically, was Riggs blind before?
Yes, yeah.
This is fresh blood.
No, it's not fresh blood. It's not fresh blood, but it's
Okay.
just kind of like staining her mask underneath. And she's never, like in your previous encounters, she has never taken the mask off either.
Okay.
It might be kind of difficult to assess from here. Like, is it her blood? Like, does it look like it's like splashed onto her from someone else, or it's like coming from underneath her mask?
Make an insight check.
Just curious if these guys have already gotten the party started without us.
First roll. First roll, guys. Here we go.
I'll say, sister, perhaps you've already gotten the party started without us. In Goblin.
Yeah, about that.
She says, what do you mean?
Never mind.
There's no party here.
It's been a long trip. I don't know why I said that.
It's been a long trip for all of us.
Yep. Damn.
You can say that.
So
I'll lean on Pod and I'll just be like, his cloak got in my way, and I'll like kind of like brush like the leading edge of Pot's like traveling garb like out of my face, as if that had somehow impaired my vision.
Hugo is not phased. He continues to stand motionless and speechless, kind of looking at you lot, and very calmly.
Sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Pot. If he's just if Hugo's just standing there staring at Pot, Pot sort of walks forward and goes, "Ha! Hugo, you stay. Good man, and extends his hand out to shake his hand.
Oh, Jesus God.
Very slowly, he accepts your handshake and shakes your hand, and he says, you have a firm grip.
It's useful for many things.
Yes,
And I
maybe
hold onto his hand and stare at him.
maybe
Just
it
a moment too
will
long.
maybe it will be useful in the quest you're about to embark on.
You can
Ah,
kind
yes,
of
quests.
you can kind of see Delmo in the back and like pointing at like taking the hand up, just like, excuse me.
By the way, I was the dragon on your shoulders looks kind of has been resting on your shoulders, but its head has been constantly moving around, looking around, and he seems to have kind of, when you approach the podium, seems to fixate it on the goblin and kind of looking at her more than anything else. And Hugo continues.
Wait, which goblin?
The Riggs. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Hugo continues and says, so as you know, we're looking for a group of strong individuals to go and retrieve an artifact from a nearby area. You still feel up to the challenge?
Oh, I think I speak for all of us when I say maybe. But have you been able to determine any more information about where we're headed? Do we know where we're going and what we expect to face there?
Well, that is the interesting part. You will need to retrieve the weapon of a nearby chief. And it won't be an easy task. His name is the Jackal.
Wouldn't be fun if it was easy.
What kind of chief?
He is the leader of the Forsaken.
No, of course it is.
And as his name probably suggests, he has been known as the most vicious of killers and savages. Maybe it doesn't compare to his brother, though.
Why not? What does his brother do?
Oh, I've never met the character, but from what I hear, he's even more fearsome than his older brother. He tortures his enemies, and then as he eats them.
I don't want to interrupt
that's
you,
pleasant.
but I think the more important question here is, are we gonna meet him?
Oh, I would think so, since you have to take his weapon.
But you said we're gonna get the other brother, not that brother.
Oh, you mean the Brendan? No. Well, if you're lucky, maybe not.
Ivarin finally pipes up and says, "What can you tell us about this artifact?"
It's a pretty straightforward weapon. There isn't anything magical about it, but it is useful to our cause. And if you were to succeed, we would share our information, as I'm sure you've all expressed interest in either seeking shelter in our home or even joining our cause. So this is the price you have to pay to do so.
Out of character, is this so we are not yet members of the Triquetra. This is kind of like our initiation thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we've been basically sent here to like prove that we want to join the Triquetra.
Essentially, well, you came here not really knowing. Well, some of you might have more information than others. You didn't really know what they are. You still don't know what they are, what they do. But yeah, so you've kind of expressed interest in joining them, and you all have arrived throughout the past maybe week or so. So you've arrived near each other. You've been here maybe a couple of days and been waiting basically to set out on this journey.
Okay, thank you.
Another question. Besides the point,
I love questions.
you don't happen to you don't have to happen to have any oil or any lubricant.
WD-40.
Or duct tape.
I'm not that broken.
Lubricant? Well, we might have some lying around. I'm sure your construct doesn't take too well to this environment.
No, I noticed on the way here. Thank you very much for that, by the way.
Yeah, I'll look around.
I'm appreciated.
So where might we find this chief?
Well, their camp is in the at the heart of the Shattered Crevasse, and it's about a 3-day journey southwest from here. Southeast, sorry.
And this chief, I'm sure he's a chief of others. I mean, what kind of resistance could we conceivably expect? I mean, is this the kind of chieftain who's going to like put our heads on pikes the second we show up in camp, or will he be amenable to a conversation?
Well, I think it's safe to assume that he might be hostile, but you can never tell with savages like that. He has been known to kill any opposition and take their supplies and their resources, and even if they couldn't fight back, they would still kill him. So you never know, but I would not have your hopes up.
So we have two options, basically.
Yeah.
Sneak in or kill everyone.
I
would rather not do the latter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you say how large his forces are.
Well,
are we talking like a dozen guys or like 100 guys, or?
It's hard to know exactly how many followers they have, but if I would to hazard a guess, it would be maybe 2 or 3 dozen.
Excuse me.
So
followers?
More than we can handle.
Yes.
I'll pat Pot on the side of the leg and I'll say, even this guy could probably only handle 3 or 4 at a time.
I frown.
I nod to his frown as if I'm understanding his emotions when I'm clearly just like it's like whooshing right over top. I know, big guy. I know. So I do agree. I think perhaps the most the best way to get through this is probably to try and get in there subtly and get his gear. I'm itching for a fight as much as you all are, but I don't necessarily want to be buried underneath 3 or 4 dozen barbarians.
I've been buried many times, believe me, it's not a fun thing.
Is there anything else you can tell us about the Forsaken that might be helpful?
Well, it's a miserable group, to say the least. It's difficult to join their ranks, but once you're in, it does have to be said that you're very well provided for, and it's more like a brotherhood, I guess, in that sense. And they do have sisters. It's not just guys, I suppose, but it is very hard to join, and they are quick to judge and even quicker to slit your throat.
I take a quick look around the part and like, oh, we have a guard with us. Okay, yeah, that option is out then.
And Pot asks whether or how are they armed, these pups of the jackal?
Well, they do have crude weapons, but they are armed. They've been pillaging and raiding, and they do have resources. So. And they are very talented horse riders, and they do have wolves with them as well.
Okay. I turn to, sorry, out of character. Cooper, how do you pronounce your character again, sorry?
Oh, Rida.
Ryder. Yeah. So Pot turns to Ryder, puts his hand on her shoulder, squeezes it, and says, "Well, lucky we've got a tiger."
She'll just like glare at him and shake his hand off.
Oh, they don't like it when you call him that.
By the way, out of
The
character,
only
quick-
worse is if you call him Kitty, and she's like, claps her hands over her
Look
mouth.
at her and just stare at her unblinking.
Sorry, go ahead, Delmar.
Yeah, but I was just gonna. Should we add our like character names onto the rule 20 so we all know what the name is?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Oh yes.
you can when you're chatting or when you're dice rolling. There's a little drop thing, drop selector, that you can select who you're chatting as and who you're rolling as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
and then you can
Yeah.
change your display name, but honestly, to me, it doesn't really matter.
yeah. I was more thinking for us because we
Yeah.
don't have the names open for everyone.
Yeah. And then Hugo also says, but I would also be a little worried about your journey there. Who knows what you can discover and uncover on your way there and back.
That makes Ivarin's eyes glitter.
Discover, you say?
Well, I don't know if that discovery will be pleasant or not, but you never know.
Glittering intensifies.
Well, you are a quiet bunch, but if you have no other queries, I will wish you luck and hope to see you back soon in one piece.
I'm still waiting for the lubricant.
I give a modest leg and a bow to Riggs as well, and say, "I hope to see you again soon." What? This is a weird question. Like, as a goblin to a goblin, where does Riggs fall on like the attractiveness scale?
Of course. Of course.
Well, considering
This is
her
just
eyes
first
are
benchmark.
her
You
eyes are
can't see her
covered.
face.
Yeah, and her face is half
Like,
covered.
what's her inner beauty like?
She's an older goblin. You can
That's fine.
also both of them are actually quite old from what you see.
Is she like a
Um,
kind soul? Can I tell?
She's been kind. Her tonality has been kind of very lighthearted and
Oh, I love that. A playful person. I'll
Yeah.
say like until we meet again, and I'll do like a kind of a sweeping low bow, and as I look up, I flash a quick little wink, and I say, "Milady."
Oh.
and she says, "Are you sure and have?" And she rummages in her pack. She has like a little, it's not like a fanny pack, but I guess it's like a strap over her shoulder and then like a little backpack, I guess, on her side. She rummages through it, throws like a couple of papers out, not caring too much about it, and like a couple other items. And then she produces like a little dropper and hands it to Delmar.
As I walk forward to grab it, can I try to like take a look at the papers she threw out?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do a perception roll.
Can I like plus in the chat, or do I have to do that afterwards?
What do you mean, plus in the chat?
Does this work? That works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can use the plus in the chat. Yes, absolutely. You can also on your character sheet.
Oh right, I can just.
You
click
can
it. I
just
forgot
click
about
it.
that.
Yeah. So 11. You catch some drawings. Actually, this is going to be a combination roll. So this is another thing we haven't really talked about that I do kind of differently. So for tasks that are kind of a combination of skills, which happens a lot of the time, I like to do combination rolls. Basically, it means that there are two different skills that you're using for that skill challenge, essentially. So in this case, you're trying to look at the paper and you're trying to make out and understand what is written on that page. So it is a perception insight roll. So you already rolled perception. Go ahead and roll an insight, and then you'll take the average of the two rolls. So in this case, it will be 12.
12.
Yeah. So, 12, you make out the writings, and it seems to be a lot of actually just scribbles, numbers, written, some of it in a different language. You probably presume some kind of goblin dialect. So you can't quite understand what it is, but there are these crazy like swirls and swiggles, these lines that diverge and converge, and then there's like math written all over and like in language that you don't understand, and some symbols that you don't even understand. So you don't quite make out exactly what's on the page.
Fair enough. Can I like see if the dragon looks interested in the papers, or does it look more interested?
The dragon is still largely taken up by the individual itself.
Okay.
And is kind of looking around the room, and I guess make also a perception check for that. I think that will be good as well. Yeah, 18. You kind of notice that he's also looking at the satchel that she has, that she was rummaging in.
Oh, he wants the satchel, huh? I think I know what he wants. Can I like take out a gold coin from my purse and like hold it up to the dragon, see if that's what it wants?
No.
Okay.
And in your travels, you kind of figure that while this dragon is young, he does have quite a bit of intelligence. And even wisdom.
Okay. So he's interested in something else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know. And I start looking at what I actually got and like start apply it in the areas where you can hear the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, you drip it on your mechanical hinges and gears, and like on your back. I guess it feels good, and he stops creaking.
Perfect. Oh. Where, like, by the way, like, how did we get to this area? Like, did we go through forest? Did we go through?
So, I mean, it largely depends on your story, but I did ping where you are located in the world. I was going to draw a region map, but I ran out of time. But you're located here. This is the Shattered Crevasse. It's located in the southwest region of the Crystal Desert, which is this whole thing here. So chances are you either came through this very long way here, through like these plains and then eventually desert, or some of you could have come through these mountains from down here. But basically, these are the two paths, really.
Oh, all of that sand. Oof.
Yeah.
You know, I was trying to decide whether I was getting more Tin Man vibes or C-3PO vibes, and now that you've mentioned sand, it's definitely C-3PO.
God.
All right, well,
no time like the present, I think.
Yeah, they said it was a 3-day journey.
Riggs says,
also,
present, future, past, it's all the same.
Uh-oh. That's not ominous.
Is she crazy?
Yeah, that's what they call foreshadowing. We didn't even ask what is the weapon? Like, what if he has like what does it look like? Is it like a club or a giant flaming sword, or like?
It is the main
like...
curved sword he uses.
Okay, I'm glad we clarified because he's got more than one weapon. Okay, so like a big old like scimitar, basically.
Yes.
Have they showed us a picture of this sword, this weapon?
No, they don't have a picture.
Any sort of description, like about markings, or like, is this a specific sword, a historical sword?
They honestly don't even know how it looks. They just know it's his sword, and he has it, and he uses it most of the time.
Out of curiosity, what have the other, let's say, initiations been, if I may ask?
Well, you are the first. We normally don't take outsiders.
Good to know. Thank you.
Hmm.
And I start like looking around like, shit, shouldn't have said that.
No. We're going to be the first. I was going to say of many, but let's be honest. With this crack squad here, I think that we're going to break the mold.
I just go mold where?
Ah! All right, it's time. Let's head on out. Let's head to the Shatter Crevasse. That scimitar won't steal itself.
Can I do an insight if I realized he was talking about me or not?
Sure.
I would just love the. Okay, yeah.
Nailed it.
I would just have loved the thing like us walking towards the thing, and I was just like, "Where is fucking mold? I can't see it."
Got him.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys turn around and exit through the pyramid and to the outside. As you exit the pyramid, you're immediately greeted by the howling wind and probably a little bit of sand blowing over your faces, and you instantly feel the heat coming from up above, directly above you, as it is nearing midday. Well, maybe not you, but the other alive creatures.
I'm sorry.
But
I had
you
internal fans.
You instantly feel sand starting to creeping in into your hinges and whatnot.
damn it.
Quick question:
Mhm.
Is this pyramid just like plopped in the middle of the desert, or is it in the middle of a city? Like,
Good question. Yeah, so it actually is in a fairly secluded place. It's actually towards this mountain over here. I gotta ping it. Right here. And it's kind of in between these mountains and hills and what are they called? Cliffs. And it has largely been like blown over by sand as well. So actually, when you exit and when you probably arrived, you saw basically like this, like on a snowy day for those of you who live in the north, like just like sand blown over, one side of the pyramid. And there isn't really anything around it, like in terms of cities. There aren't really cities left anyway, but there isn't really anything around it. By the way, before I forget, Silky, Delmar, and Ivarin, you guys take inspirations. 2 inspirations, and then everybody else 1 inspiration.
now where do I keep track of these?
So you can use
There's
the resource tab on your character sheet. So it's right
Resource
below the
tab?
flaws. Because when you click the inspiration box, it only tracks 1 inspiration. But for our viewers also, you guys already know, but for the viewers, I use a homebrew inspiration system where you can get more than 1 inspiration, but you kind of spend it differently. So you can use 1 inspiration to get experience points, 2 inspiration to gain advantage on a roll, or 3 inspiration to make a reroll on any die. So you want to probably use a resource counter for that.
Oh, I found the resource counters.
Okay. So I was talking earlier about a familiar, and I decided on an orange tabby cat. So I'm guessing he was like hunting mice outside the pyramid. So now he comes back and rubs up on my leg as we exit.
Ozune quickly glances on the creature, but doesn't fixate much on it. And once you've exited the pyramid, he kind of lays his head on your shoulder and rests now.
Okay. I can't just look at him like, no.
All right. Well, I assume we know which direction southeast is in, so let's get started. Do we have any like horses or a cart or anything? Have they provided us with any material support?
No, so they
Okay,
definitely
that's
have some
something.
equipment, but it's not anything crazy. I will show you kind of what the guards look here. Also, this is their symbol. And then this is kind of what their outfit it looks like.
That's just a straight up Viking symbol, but okay.
You're a Viking symbol.
Oh yeah, sure I am.
Got him.
And then yeah, good picture. Also, I have a good picture of this pyramid. This is kind of what it looks like.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right.
Um,
So we
Also,
don't have any
that's how you
horses. That
spell
sucks.
No, you don't. They haven't really provided you anything, and I mean it kind of makes sense because they haven't really taken you in. They have allowed you to rest while everybody has gathered, but that's the most they did. And honestly, in this time and world, kind of shelter is very hard to come by anyway. So
Cool.
All right. Well,
So, do anyone
no
have a
real
compass?
choice. Compass.
Yeah. So we can just navigate by the sun. I assume we're still in a we can still navigate like east and west, north and south by like. Normal
you can do
landmarks, right?
you can do a survival check, or maybe some kind of history check if you're well versed in like maps or something, but probably survival.
Okay. I would. I mean, I'm. Not, I would say I'm no survivalist, but I would just reason out like sun rises in the east, sets in the west.
Yeah.
Like ergo, it's midday. It should be whatever direction it's, or like if it's the afternoon, we should be heading just like towards the setting sun because that'll be like southeast west.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and make a survival check.
Survival. Ooh, this is
So-
really good.
And I think
Could
Pot would probably know about this as well. having
Yeah.
So one of the items in my inventory is just like a pile of books. Maybe I have an atlas in there. Could I do like a history check to see if I have a map?
Sure. Yeah. And Pot, what were you saying?
I'd just say given Pot's background, I think he would probably know about compass directions and bearings and all that kind of stuff based off the sun. Given the
Yeah,
background.
and geography as well. So if you and
yeah,
Silky
sure.
want to do a survival check, that's good. And then Ivarin did a history check.
I mean, mine's going to be
I may have already muddled my.
Yeah, I see yours. Okay, so Silky, it's kind of hard to tell because the sun is kind of up above, but I would say that all of you kind of know. You guys have been traveling for a long time, and most of you have already been journeying southeast from kind of this Benzel area over here in the top left. So you've kind of been journeying in this direction, and you know that the Shattered Crevasse is down more southeast in a direction as you exit kind of to the left of you. So you know where you're going. Also, Pot, you have journeyed from the south, so you know that you kind of crossed the whole area, and you saw the crevasse to your right as you passed, so you kind of know your way towards it.
okay.
Yeah.
So as we're walking, I'll kind of like strike up a conversation. So what do you think the odds are that when we get there, this guy is just like some like pissant, like small potatoes dictator?
If you look at history, high chance.
Ivarin doesn't
Right.
look up from the book, but he chimes in and says, "Yeah, seems likely."
Yeah. I bet you this guy's just a pushover. Like, I mean, look at this. I mean, like, look at this crack squad we got here. I feel like there's probably like a 0% chance that this guy is going to be anything more than just a bump on the road. Right, Ryda?
It's probably best to assume the worst.
You always assume the worst. Whatever happened looking on the bright side, man?
Pot chimes in and says, "Well, I once wrestled 3 alligators in the past, and I'm sure that was a much more difficult ordeal than this jackal. I mean, a jackal is actually a smaller animal than an alligator, so I think we should be fine."
I nod along and I'm like, that's true. That's science.
I
Science.
shake my head and just like try to look at someone that like they have someone saying here.
Yeah, Raita will just roll her eyes like I'm surrounded by idiots.
I hear like the grinding of sand in the servos of Delmar's neck. I just turn on kind of like, what, you disagree? Do you think that jackals are larger than? I mean, again, that's just sheer misperception of the size differential there.
Ivarin starts listing facts about the recorded sizes of jackals.
Oh God.
Pot's
Oh,
eyes go
Jesus.
really wide, and he just shakes his head left and right, like he can't believe that someone's, trying to disprove his.
I think I would continue this conversation, just continuing to try and drag Delmar into it. Like, what's the biggest jackal you've ever seen? If we kind of like continue to like head down the road, head through the desert.
Yeah, you can just see me just like look at you, look at the sand, just like, should I just start burying myself? Is that better?
No, you're fine. So real talk.
No, they're
when we
not.
get there, and this
Whatever.
guy is some crazy codpiece wearing, spiked, crazy, garbage armor type dude. What's the plan? So are we going to try and sneak in? It seems like that's probably the most reasonable starting plan.
Yeah, I think stealth will probably be the best for us.
Well, there are multiple things what I want to add to stealth. First of all, I might not be the best suitable for it.
Oh,
Might
that's
I
right.
He
point
says
out-
as he creaks.
Creaking up a storm.
Sneaking in, yeah.
Might I point out that we have no intelligence as of yet? We don't know what we're dealing with. We're going to have to see and then come up with a plan.
Yeah, Pot
But you
agrees
always
with this.
say, let's see and come up with a plan. Just because you're right doesn't mean that I agree with you.
Hold on a second. How well do we know each other out of character?
Not much.
Killing him now.
So wait a minute. So he just said to me, "You always." And then earlier he said to Raita, "You always." So
Yes.
if Arin turns to
I'm
Raita,
overly familiar, yeah.
if Arin turns to Raita and in Leo speak asks, "So did
Oh.
you know the goblin before?"
I will, for a beat, be surprised that he can
Not
speak Shen.
Yeah.
But I'll respond, certainly not.
Ah, that makes sense. And then I go back to common, and just kind of chide the goblin a little bit. Come on, dude, pipe down. We got a long way to go.
Pot giggles
well,
to himself.
All right. I suppose. Gotta conserve our strength. All the strength we've got. For the stealth we'll be doing later.
When you guys kind of spoke just now, Azun, the gold dragon on Delmar, kind of looked at Evarin for a moment and then quickly at Silky and then just rested his head again.
This dragon is shifty.
Do I notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably notice it.
Yeah, okay.
Dragon's giving us some lip.
Dragons don't have lips.
Dragon's giving us some beak.
There you
Now
go.
they don't have beaks either.
Dragon's
closer
giving us
to a beak
some
than lips.
mandible. I don't know. Whatever
No, they
anatomically
don't give
appropriate.
mandibles. Oh God.
All right. So I guess we would probably just travel until we end up getting to the outskirts of this dude's camp. So my familiar is a owl that I have named after myself, Blinky Johnson. So I would have it like flying up above, so that we could like see when we were approaching the camp before we actually got there.
Yeah,
we can,
so the journey
about
takes
time.
about 3 days. So you were leaving the pyramid, the prism, as you guys were journeying southeast. Silky, or sorry, I forgot his name already. What was the owl's name again? Blinky.
Oh, Blinky Johnson, because of his eyes.
Yeah, I remember that from the other campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, so Blinky would be scouting, and as you guys are talking, you guys have been already traveling for maybe 30 minutes or so. Your conversation gets interrupted as Blinky returns, and I think we established that he can't speak, right? But you kind of can see what he saw, right?
I should know this spell better.
You have a
I
telepathic
think
link, don't you?
Blinky can communicate, and then within like 100 feet, I can like substitute my senses. But beyond that, he acts like autonomously. It would have to like relay stuff to me.
Okay. So when he comes
he's-
back, he can
and he's-
relay
he's
information
weak
to you.
to- Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
so
So
he
he
gives me
says
the ability to
he says there's a character up
it.
front. There's somebody up front.
And I'll kind of like slowly, or I'll kind of like quietly say to the group of like, how far ahead did he say he was? Roughly?
He didn't say how far, but as you look forward, your surrounding area is kind of starting to get more rocky and cliffy as you continue, and you see rocks here and there, and there's a big kind of rock in maybe like half a mile up, and you do see someone sitting kind of in a cross-legged position. So maybe like half a
Okay.
mile out.
Not like camping out with like a rifle. to shoot.
No.
So I'll do
There's
a quick
nothing
little
around.
whistle.
Nothing around. Somebody is humanoid by the looks of it. Is just sitting cross-legged.
I'll whistle quickly to get everyone's attention, and I'll say, everyone, check the rocks. 12 o'clock. About, I don't know, 80 feet away.
As soon as he whistles, Ivarin goes, shh.
All right. Do you guys continue approaching?
I mean, does this person look like heavily like armed, or like they've noticed us?
It's
approaching?
too far to see exactly what.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's still a half a mile out. You do see that somebody's there, and it's been pointed out by the owl, so you don't quite see the features or
They
have
seem
really
like
any
they're
additional
sitting.
information. Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't- they don't
And
strike
it looks
me
like
as
a
taking
lone figure, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Who,
Well-
out of character, who would be like the quickest out of this group in terms of movement speed
Definitely
and stuff?
not me.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think we'd
not
all
Jake.
be 30
Not-
feet except for
Is our
Silky.
cat friend?
I'm actually slightly faster than 30,
okay.
so it might be me.
And my movement speed is just 30. Because I think the goblins don't take a movement hit like the halflings do.
I would think goblins are like 25. No?
Well, the thing you showed me, you said.
Oh, it
30.
does it?
I'll check again.
That's fine.
It did, but I'll check again.
I guess they're pretty
Well-
dexterous, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
they're Tolkien goblins.
Yeah.
Did you say sitting?
Yeah, cross-legged.
Cross-legged, yeah. He's like meditating or something. I don't know. I bet we approach non-confrontationally.
Yeah, Putt sort
With
of like
caution.
Why would we approach with intent to kill?
I am going to send my cat familiar out, who I haven't named yet. But basically just, stay about 100 feet ahead of us and, if communicate with me telepathically, warn me if there's like an ambush or something,
Okay.
Hopefully
What-
Silky
what-
is doing the same with his owl, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send Blinky out over top to do like Overwatch. I think I would instruct Blinky to scout for other people. Like if this is an ambush, to like immediately come back within 100 feet and warn me that like people are approaching.
Okay.
and Pot would walk like 10 feet ahead of the group because he's really excited about this. He's not yet waving, going "Hello, friend," but he's feeling that energy. Right now.
I'll stay in the rear and just keep an eye out to see if anybody's approaching from behind.
I guess I
Neat.
would try to stay somewhere in the middle, like try a little bit to keep up with the man running ahead. Just be like, "Don't go and die alone, man. Come on now."
It's kind of like
God,
this
I don't-
childish smile on his face as well. Like he's
Woo,
Yeah.
people,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
new friends.
All right. So as you approach the individual, the features become a little more clear, and you have a hard time really understanding what this is. However, as you approach, it does not seem to really look at you, or you're not even aware if it is aware that you are approaching. But as you approach it, you see a big sword kind of on its belt line, I guess, And yeah, they're just sitting calmly, cross-legged, appearing to meditate, and they look like this.
Whoa.
Okay, I mean that looks really friendly.
Do we see the spirits flying around too? Or?
No, so the little squigglies around it. Obviously, this is not my art. It's just
Oh,
like the
really?
individual. Yeah. So the squiggles around it, the blue squiggles aren't there, obviously,
Why do I recognize this art?
because it's been in a previous campaign.
Oh, you fucking monster. Okay, I wouldn't know this in character.
No.
I'm gonna shut up.
What?
Could I make a check to see if I recognize what this is?
Sure. Insight, or I don't know, maybe some kind of
History, maybe, because I might have read it in a book.
Sure.
23.
You have no idea what this thing is.
Fuck. I turn to everyone and I say, I have no idea what that thing is.
Would
Good to know.
It's
Paul would
right?
I like put up my hand in the universal gesture of like rock, paper, scissors. Like, who wants to go talk to it?
Varin touches his elf nose.
I took my goblin nose.
Plot goes, ha, and just starts walking towards the figure.
Yeah, Delmar
Maybe.
doesn't have a nose, so.
Delmar doesn't have a nose.
Shit, he just loses everything.
Out of character,
I
how
thought
far
that's
away?
the dragon's nose.
What were you saying,
The
Pi?
dragon doesn't have a
far
nose.
away?
It's a snout.
So now he's maybe, or it is maybe, like 30 feet.
Oh, so it's quite close. So we're
Yeah.
sort of like, what I'm imagining at the moment is we're like in this kind of like almost like not a valley, but like it's like elevated to us because it's sitting up on these rocks. Yeah, so it's not.
It's not too high up. It's almost like a tree stump. Like it's sitting just like it's still below you.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's sitting.
So
it-
maybe. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's in the middle of the desert. Like there's nothing around.
Yeah,
at
there's
all.
nothing around it, and you're far away from the prism now. Yeah, and as far as you know, there's nothing else around here.
Well, I think I'm also gonna start heading towards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself. Just in case.
Already?
Just in case.
I don't think I've set any spells up yet. My bad.
Yeah, and I just realized I need to add 2 more spells because the levels. No, I don't want. I don't
So-
really.
So with the spells, do we just get? Does a character get every spell at that level, and then you choose which spells you're going to have for that day? Is that how
Depending
it
on
It
works?
works on a
class.
different class. So
Yeah.
for paladins, I think you don't. I think you do select the spells. Let me look. I always get confused between the.
Yeah.
I know
I think
mages
paladins
learn spells.
have access to their
Okay.
whole list.
They do.
Yeah, paladins
Um,
have paladins
They
have
can only
access to
pair,
their
like, a
whole
certain
list.
number.
Exactly.
The whole
yeah.
list. Okay.
You get the whole list, but then you have
You
to
prepare,
choose a
yeah.
certain number to prepare each day, and
Okay.
so
At-
you don't get to like just pick your spells.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna cast this one and that one. No, you have to like decide in advance which ones are prepared and which ones aren't.
Yeah. So
Okay,
at
well
third
then-
level, you have
yeah.
3 first level spell slots that
Okay.
you can prepare, and then
Well.
how many can you cast? I think you can just keep casting them. I think from what I remember. Sorry, it's been a while for me. I don't remember the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can look it up real quick while we're looking at this. But I think that basically you have a number of slots, you have a number of spells you know, and you basically just pick from the paladin list. That number
Oh
of
yeah,
spells
it
that's
is a
paired
slot. Yeah.
and matched against like what slots you actually have available. So like for example,
Charisma
at
modifier
level
plus
3
half your paladin level is how many slots you prepare,
yes.
and then 3 is how many you can cast per day. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you have 3 first level slots. So you can only know first level spells at this point, but you could
Okay.
you could have up to whatever Dimitri just said prepared.
Okay, so I can't actually use my second level or third level spells just yet.
No,
No.
not
When it
until
comes to, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
not until 4th or 5th level.
5th level. Okay,
Yeah.
but when it comes to the oath, like when you're choosing what oath you've got, would I have to then wait until the 5th level for that?
No,
don't
you
think so, right?
you choose your oath at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And then
Yeah.
the oaths. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess like if it's 1st level spells, I mean, I've only got Lay on Hands and Divine Sense, so.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, don't you have second level spells as a Pala?
No, not
Not
until
till
level
fifth level.
5. Yeah, 5th
Because
level.
remember, Paladin's only a half caster.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't level the
okay.
same way that like the
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
wizards do.
Yeah, for clerics you'd be correct, but not for paladins.
I see. That's
Wow.
interesting that
Okay.
I have it then.
So I would imagine that I would have if I've only got the choice between Lay on Hands and Divine Sense, then I imagine I would have prepared a Divine Sense then, I presume.
Okay.
If
Wait,
you're
you're
okay
a
with that.
paladin?
Will it lay on?
Yeah, I'm a pally,
You
yeah.
have to choose between
Ah.
lay on hands or divine sense. I thought you could both.
Yeah, I get both, but I have to prepare. I think I only get
Oh,
to
well, they're
prepare
not spells.
3.
They're class
third level.
abilities. I thought.
Yeah, those are class abilities, the ones you're talking about. Those are not spells.
Okay.
You always have
So
those.
I can just use that. I can Divine Sense right now. Would that be okay?
Divine sense. I think you can. You get a number of them equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier, and you get them back on a long rest. So that's like an expendable resource on the day. And then lay on hands.
Oh,
you
long
have a
rest.
tool.
One plus
Yeah.
your charisma mod. Yeah.
You should
Oh,
have
yeah, I see.
15 HP points at level 3.
Yeah, so it's your paladin level times 5. So right now you have 15 hit points you can just pass out, however, and they recharge
With Lay on Hands, okay.
daily?
And
Daily,
this
right?
is your
That's an immediate
spell list,
expend.
the spells you can
Yeah.
choose from.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, with the Divine Sense, then, if I can cast that Divine Sense, you can use this number equal times 1 plus your charisma modifier. I'll use Divine Sense right now, I guess,
Okay.
Cool.
because that knows the location of celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
So that's
is not
basically like a
behind
cantrip for you.
Yeah,
So what do I roll for that? Sorry.
You don't. I think it's automatic.
it-
I'm just checking
it just
something.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
1 plus
Oh,
your
where
charisma
is this?
modifier.
Where
Okay,
is
so
this?
I'll
Where
get
is this?
multiple. Okay, so I can use that 3 times a day. Cool.
Isn't the first session always fun?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll post
Wait a minute, what can my character do?
Hey, it's
Yeah.
not easy.
Okay.
Fuck this paladin ability. I guess you detect the celestial from
Interesting.
in front of you.
And that's it?
That's it.
You sound
That's
awfully
it?
suspicious with that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else is the spell gonna give you?
Yeah.
Celestial fiend, undead, feet.
Do
Do you want to share that information with us, or?
Yeah, not
yeah,
its
so it's a
identity.
pot sense.
Yeah, so like you
Yeah,
just basically sense if it's good or evil, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to go
Okay.
Deus Volt on it or not.
Wait, did you say that I would sense that if it was evil or not?
No, essentially it
Okay.
functions like that though. Like you detect
Okay.
either
is a
celestial or
spell.
undead or yeah. There is a spell that does that, but this is not it. Yeah.
Okay.
Detects good and
Yeah.
evil.
Okay, well then, yeah,
think
I
you
just
can
let
have
everyone
it.
know
Mhm.
that it's a celestial.
Okay.
Okay.
We got ourselves a celestial.
Does this thing like respond to us at all?
No, as you approach,
As
it
our
does
friend
not
goes up and like
look at you.
Can I just like you're the paladin, right? The one that knows
Mm.
the celestial. Can I just
Yeah.
look at you like, how do you know that?
I have a
Like
particular
questioning
set
you.
of skills.
I drink and I know things.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Drink and you
all
know
Pot
things.
does is turns, winks, and then looks forward again.
The Leonardo DiCaprio glass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the dragon just like, yeah, you sure about this?
I mean, the dragon is kind of probably looking at it too. So like,
And I'm just like, take that as a yes, and I keep walking.
So is the celestial does it have its like back to us, or is it
No.
sort of facing us but just like blatantly not acknowledging us?
It's kind of facing, so you're approaching it, it's going to be on your right. It's like looking left. So to your left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how
It's
far
and
are
its
we?
eyes appear to be closed.
And it's 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Wait, it's 30 feet right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pot like
Okay.
holds his hands out wide like he's got wings or something, and just starts to like step back and says, "I don't think we get closer."
Why not?
Why?
I have a bad feeling about this. I can't tell you why, but through my experience as a highly successful soldier, this thing that sitting here ominously with its eyes closed just doesn't feel right to me.
Too cocky to be a pushover.
What does it look like, a man or a woman?
You can't tell.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you have no idea
I'll
what this
just
thing is.
call and say,
It-
like, hail, friend. It's a beautiful day to sit outside, isn't it?
Ivarin
what-
winces.
Would I know what it is? Probably not, but
I mean, you can make an insight or some kind of knowledge check.
okay. What do you want me? What do you want me to do?
Whichever one you like, insight or history.
Well, yeah, probably don't know.
You don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you shout out to it, it does not appear to move or look at you. It continues to basically remain motionless, but you do hear, without any particular mouth opening from it, in a kind of ominous voice, "Hello, goblin."
All of us or just him?
All of you.
Okay.
I say, hello, Celestial. May I ask, what brings you to our plane on such a fine day?
Just enjoying the outdoors.
Ah, and truly there is much to enjoy. It is breathtaking out here, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
And under
What's
his
a
breath,
breath?
Ivarin mutters, "Yeah, if by that you mean it's hard to breathe."
Well, if you're just relaxing here, I don't suppose there's any reason for us to bother you. We were just kind of heading on down to the Shattered Crevasse. Have you been?
Yes.
I hear it's quite lovely this time of year.
I've been around.
Well, we're going to meet the chieftain down there. Do a little bit of exchange, a bit of business, as it were.
Is this the goblin?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Can I walk up behind him and just like put my hand in front of his mouth and just like try to drag him back? Just like, shut up! Don't tell everything.
I don't think I'd be strong. I think I'm exceptionally weak. I don't think I'd be able to stop you from doing that.
Yeah, you just feel this kind of rocky metally hand just go over your mouth, and you taste a little bit of sand as it seeps in.
Oh.
We don't have to tell it everything. Speaking of that,
I'll look up and I'll look up like manners cost nothing, Delmar.
well, I was going to ask if it needed anything. But telling
Oh.
it our life story is not being nice.
I
That's
mean,
being
that's
annoying.
hardly our life story. That's like our last week's story.
I shake my head and I repeat the question to the entity. Do you need anything from us?
No.
Well, we
if-
should be on our way then.
Pot says very
Yeah.
well and just starts walking.
Do On the way, as we're walking by, I'll be like, by the way, celestial friend, I am Silky Johnson, Archmage extraordinaire. Do you have a name or a designation or some such that we might be able to call you
Designation.
by if we were to meet you again?
You can call me Mobius.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cool. Um, I will actually mutter in character under my breath like so cool. But I'll be like I'll nod and I'll be like oh, an interesting name for an interesting fellow. Have an excellent day, Mobius.
I take it I wouldn't know the name either, or
Yeah,
No.
okay.
Would Pot know, or could roll
You can roll, yes.
something for it? What would I roll?
History, probably, yeah, history.
History?
I'll go for it too.
Nope.
Oh shit, that's a
I'm just
bad
rolling
roll.
normal, by the way, not with advantage or anything. Should I click the advantage thing or just?
It doesn't matter. You can. I always roll with advantage, but if there is no advantage or disadvantage, I just take the first number. So
I'll start rolling with advantage just in
Yeah.
case I miss my opportunity.
yeah,
Should I also roll for history, or?
if you want. In generally speaking, though, the way I do things is I'll let like 2 people make rolls.
Okay.
Whoever brings it up, and maybe somebody else who wants to assist, or
Okay.
you can get advantage if somebody is assisting you. So I generally, especially for like, I can't think of a good example, but like not
Looking at
everybody.
the trap
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, like stuff
2
that
people,
doesn't
not
make
the whole
sense for everybody to
party.
try. Yeah. So.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So no, the name is as meaningless, or maybe even more meaningless than what this creature is to you.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll come back around to it later. Huh? No one? Mobius strip?
Oh, God.
I hate it.
You know what? Lose your inspiration.
Into the trash.
I'm still holding the goblin, by the way. Like I totally forgot myself that I'm holding this goblin. I'm just dragging him along.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess
mean,
we're off.
Yep.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Mobius. See you later.
All right. It does not respond as you continue past it, and you look back. Maybe somebody looks back. You still see it there, motionless, not moving. Yeah, and you continue for the rest of the way, and the rest of the day goes by uneventfully, although pretty hot. So you all have, if you don't in your inventories, you probably have one by now, is a flask of water. So make sure that you're using that as a resource, so you can add that to your resources section as well, as in addition to your inspiration. And you can keep track of your water and food supplies. So they gave you basically rations for the journey. So for a week, so you have a week's worth of food, which is another thing that they kind of gave you. So a good resource and shelter as well. So
we worked out in our resources like a water flask is good for like a day's worth of water, or like what's the unit?
Let's just keep it in terms of so you all have, let's just say, the same size flask, and it lasts through 7 days of
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, so it's more like a jug, I guess.
Okay. So the resource value of the
Scale that.
unit would be days then. How many
Yeah.
days we've got?
And it's not like your regular amount of water. Obviously, you're conserving a lot of it, so
Drinking out of urine.
yeah, it's not like you're carrying this massive thing on your back and you're drinking, what is it suggested, 2 gallons of water a day.
Oh yeah.
It's more like a quarter of that or something. Yeah. So you maybe have like 3 gallons of water, something like that. Yeah.
Well, we also have a druid who hopefully took the
Oh,
create
shit.
water spell.
Nice.
Well, you also have the druid that doesn't need water.
Doesn't mean you
You don't need
can't
water?
create water.
That said, I actually do have that spell because of other reasons. But
Boom.
that doesn't mean I'm gonna waste it on you.
Oh,
Good to know.
jeez.
Damn. All right. So, yeah, so the sun starts to set. Although here the nights are fairly short, especially this time of the year, but you've been journeying all day for 8
summer.
hours, and it's I mean, it's definitely hot here, so you're very tired. But if you would like, you can keep pushing, or you can try and set up a camp.
How far are we still from the
2 days.
About 2
the
days.
Shadow
Yeah,
Crest?
you're about a
Okay.
third of the way.
If we push through, we'd get like a little bit of exhaustion, but we could rest outside the camp, right?
If you push through, I mean, depending on how long you go, I mean, you're still probably like 16 hours normal journeying time from.
Do I
we
get
push through the
exhaustion?
night, arrive
from
outside the
sleeping?
camp, take the exhaustion level, and then just rest outside the camp. I mean, I guess it's actually never mind. That mathematically makes no sense because we could just rest, not take exhaustion, and get there in a day anyway.
Same time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm stupid.
But do I get
So why don't we
exhaustion
just
from
rest
not
then?
sleeping?
Oh.
I don't believe so, because you don't need to rest and you don't need food and water, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I had a Warforged. Yeah.
Well,
so-
but
don't-
he still needs rests for his spell
yeah,
slots.
you need.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what I was thinking.
I need resting, but I mean, like, just in,
You don't need
because
to
I
sleep.
technically don't sleep.
Yeah.
So do I get exhausted from not like taking a long rest?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So I don't
everything
even
else
I
is
don't even
normal,
know
yeah.
if you get exhaustion period. So that would be a good thing to check. I'll check that in between.
I
sessions.
think I get exhaustion.
You could
Yeah.
you could always work it into the lore and just be like, well, I mean, he's he's dirty and he needs oil. And,
oil. There we go.
like, so yeah, I mean that's his version of exhaustion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If he
So
needs maintenance.
yeah, every now and then, yeah, you definitely need maintenance. I like that. Yeah. There
Okay.
you go.
Good thing I'm mending.
All
All right.
right.
Well, so it sounds like we're making camp then.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right, I'll go ahead and whatever campsite we choose, I'll ritual cast detect magic around the campsite just to make sure we're in the clear.
All right. Is there any particular anything in particular you're looking, or just any spot once the sun starts to set?
Basically, just any magical aura nearby.
No, I
spot
mean
out any
like in
problems or-
terms of a campsite. Like, are you just?
Oh no, I'm saying once we've chosen the
Yeah.
campsite, because I'm not a survivalist. That's not my deal. One of you guys do that. But
Nice.
once we do that, I'll detect magic around the area just to make sure we're in the clear.
Well, I mean, I guess I would just try to like find a nice place and just try to tend to myself. I usually don't really need to focus about anything else.
Yeah, is there anywhere like just off of the path that looks good?
So there isn't really a path. The stand definitely like blows over it, even if there is one. So you haven't really been following anything except for directionality and like maybe weaving in between rocks. So you can probably find something, maybe more of a recess where it's a bit more covered from the wind, like in between rocks and something.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I know you fleshy beings like to eat and drink.
Yeah,
Right.
occasionally.
Every now and then,
Yeah, I find when the mood strikes me.
Okay. So I'm just gonna let you do you, and I'm just gonna do me.
What the hell
that
was that
good?
lead up?
What?
That was such a confusing Delmar. That was the most confusing lead up. Why would you be like, I know you all like to eat, so go ahead and eat? Is what you just said. I'm confused by the interaction
Turn
you
around,
just
let's
had.
start walking.
Where is he going? Can someone get the robot? Delmar.
I continue to walk until I
Pot
can't hear
waves
you
at Delmar.
anymore.
Like, bye.
Okay.
Look, if the sand people come and tear off your arm, I'm not taking you back to Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut, okay?
I'm like Blinky, and Blinky like soars out of the sky and lands on my arm, and I'm like Blinky, follow him, please. Make sure he doesn't get into trouble. And instead of Dimitri, you'll probably remember this. Instead of taking off my arm, I grab Blinky by his talon and like yeet him straight into the sky.
I feel bad for this owl.
Okay. Do I see that?
I don't know. You're walking away.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. How passive perception 15? They see it?
No, you don't see
Okay.
it.
I think
Well.
Blinky will come and like alight on your shoulder.
I will just like look at it and try to pet it a bit.
I'm surprised you don't
Uh,
have post-traumatic stress disorder from pigeons.
What? Is this some sort of Star Wars joke I'm too poor to understand?
No, it's a joke about you being like a statue that pigeons can
Oh,
kill.
oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, fuck you too.
I
bye.
got you, man.
So the only other person who's a wizard and has a high intelligence score. Got it.
Nailed it. Yeah, but Blinky will just sit on Delmar's shoulder as he like I guess strides off into the night.
Well, I was only trying to get far enough away so I couldn't hear you anymore.
Okay. So, I mean, like, you know, since we're gonna be sharing a adventure together, you know, like, where's everybody from? Like, what brought y'all to the Prism?
Crickets.
Well, I'll go first.
Oh, I
just
love this.
to cut through all the chatter. But
Perfect
you know, like,
character moment.
Yeah.
I myself, you may or may not realize, am a consummate and a highly potent mage, and I like do little minor illusion, making kind of like a whirl of arcane like magic stuff in my hand that kind of snuffs out. You know, I am a salesman by trade, but I do a little bit of magic on the side, and I don't mind saying I'm not too bad at it. But really, you know, I just heard about this Triquetra, heard that they were, you know, just really stand-up guys, and really was just curious about kind of, you know, what kind of hijinks I could get into, because, you know, in this world, if you don't got a story, what do you got? And I lean and I like nudge Ryder like in the ribs. Like, eh?
I
What-
like probably scoot slightly farther away from him.
What time
think
is
I
it at the
failed.
moment?
It's night. Well, it's not quite night, but the sun is setting in the east, or sorry, west.
Pot looks asleep while sitting around
Uh,
listening. Yep.
I like lean on the area that Ryder just vacated, like laying out on the spot that we just kind of like absorb that area, and then just keep talking like and you know it's rare to meet a good group of traveling compatriots, colleagues, friends in this day and age, you know. So it's I feel like you know, we should you know, get to know each other, you know. You know what I mean?
Exactly what type of salesman are you?
Oh, I sell all kinds of things: trinkets, wares, oddities, baubles. I've been even known to stock a choice curio or two.
So, like, junk.
I mean, some call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
What are you got in
Interesting.
thrift store?
Well, as long as you're
Uh,
not hauling your entire inventory around with you all the time.
Oh no. My inventory, waxes and wanes, fluxes, other words that means increases and decreases. Just kind of like based on where I'm at. So right now I'm traveling light.
Want to buy some rocks?
What kind of rocks are you talking about? And what's the resale value on these rocks? What kind of rocks are they?
Oh,
Where are they from?
God.
Are we talking
If
large rocks,
just
small rocks, fat rocks, big rocks, soft rocks, round rocks? Are they
If aren't-
geodes? Are they minerals?
if Arn just kind of raises his hands and looks around, these rocks.
But I feel like you don't have ownership of these rocks. These rocks are just out in the wild. I could just get these rocks myself.
Spot wakes up and says, "Did someone say rocks?" Like he's not really asleep, but he's like he just looked asleep. And he wakes up and he's like, "Did someone say rocks?"
And Delmar comes back at this moment.
Just sits down.
What do you do with
Pot,
rocks?
Did you? Oh well, Avara and I were just talking about how incredibly nice the rocks in this area are. I mean, for a keen investor, someone who could carry these rocks back. I mean, one of these rocks could be worth, I don't know. Also, out of character, what is there? Is there a prevailing modality of currency here? You said gold isn't worth much.
I mean, when not many people buy and sell stuff, so like when
The
you
big barter
do,
economy.
yeah, you do either use gold more commonly. You trade for something, or even more
Okay.
commonly, somebody just steals shit from you, and you're lucky not to
Ugh.
get killed.
Wait, so you're
So I'll look,
telling me
as Paul wakes up, I'll say these rocks out here could be worth, I mean, a couple weeks' rations at the very least. If only we could find someone big and strong enough to carry them.
As
Pot- yeah, you go.
as he's going on through this entire tirade, Ivarin meets Pot's eyes and gives him a kind of Jim looking into the camera look.
Pot again does a smile where like the top half of his face looks angry and the bottom half of his face looks happy in return. It'd be if I could show you what this looks like, it might be a little easier.
It's kind of like
I'm
that thing
struggling
from
to
How I
describe it.
Met Your Mother, where the who's the captain, that episode with the.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Just
trying to
Google it.
understand how they're talking about rocks. Like I left for about 5 minutes. And I come back and talk about rocks. Like, what? Oh yeah, your owl is still on my shoulder, isn't he?
Yeah,
I'm
and
looking at
Ozune.
One day. I'm like scratching both of them with fingers.
So also, while you were away, Delmar, the Ozune would probably tell you that the rune was back at the prism.
Ow.
What now?
Mysterious.
Well, shit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Ivarin doesn't know anything about this, and he goes back to his reading, trying to drown out the noise of the rock discussion.
Rida would probably tap Everin on his shoulder to get his attention.
He doesn't look up from his book, but his eyebrows arch.
I just wanted to ask where you learned to speak Shen. I don't come across many foreigners that know how to speak our language.
Well, I was an exchange student.
Really?
Yeah. So I was a grad student at the Amber Academy before the plague hit, and I took my sabbatical in the Shen Empire.
Very interesting.
Way to put me on the spot like that. I had no idea.
Sorry.
My character knew Leo speak.
Character developed.
Yeah, I need to make a note of that so I don't forget it.
Well,
Insight check?
I'm from the coast, and I don't know how big the Shen Empire is, but I imagine you probably could have made that up, like, and Ryda probably wouldn't know what that university is, so.
Well, yeah, not being a magic user, you probably
Have no
mean,
idea.
you might have heard of it, but you wouldn't be all that interested, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start casting mending on some of on myself, just like some pieces that I see that are bent or something.
Have we eaten yet? Have we done that yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, you have your rations and the water,
rations.
so throughout the day
kinda-
or tonight, you can definitely eat them.
I kind of
Yeah, I'll
assumed we were all
start
just
chewing on a
sitting around.
ration.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Pot hasn't started eating yet, and he casts Purify Food and Drink just before he eats.
Probably a good idea.
And obviously it hits everyone's food. I think it's like a radius or something. 5-foot radius sphere centered on the point of my choice. So 5 foot, what's that in meters? It's like 2.5 meters or something.
Oh God.
So
No, 2 feet is not a meter.
the 5 foot.
I think 3 feet is a meter.
3 feet is a
Roughly.
meter, yeah.
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 So
Roughly.
1.5 meters, yeah. So Pot just silently sort of casts that on his own food, and whoever is sitting next to Pot might get the benefit from it, but he's not too concerned about like compiling all the food and water in one spot just on this first night. And he starts to eat.
Do my dragon look hungry?
Not particularly.
Is there like any insects or anything in the desert where I can like be like, attack, eat?
No, I mean there
fireflies?
isn't. There's definitely some insects, and they probably do come out more towards the night time. So, he would definitely try and catch as they come around. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have to worry about feeding him then. Good. At least not now.
Yeah. So you guys continue chatting some more than others to the night, and you take your rest. Is there anything particularly how you guys want to do your rest, or just everybody kind of passes out?
Keep one at guard.
Yeah, we should probably have a watch.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that.
And I'm an
Yeah, I
elf,
can-
so I only need 4 hours of trance, not sleep.
I mean, we
so I
can-
feel
we
like
can
you should probably
rotate.
be. Also, who is actually the most perceptive out of all of us? I'm not terribly at all. So
I'm pretty perceptive.
Don't we?
'Cause I think-
don't we
I
have a
think,
robot?
Don't we have a
that,
robot?
a robot that doesn't need sleep.
because you have dark
Actually,
vision?
yeah. Even when I'm inactive, I still always see my surroundings. I forgot about that.
I mean, it sounds honestly like Delmar and Ivarin should be like our designated watch at all times. Like, 'cause, like,
Probably.
neither one of them has as significant rest requirements, and
Well,
Ivarin, I assume, has dark vision.
Yes, I do.
well,
So-
when you say that, I remember like even if I sleep, like or quote unquote sleep, I'm still active and I can still hear and see shit.
Right.
Even when
So we should. I think honestly we should just make it like from now on when we rest, like Ivarin takes the first 4 hours.
I mean, I'm gonna be active the whole time, so
Oh yeah, so it doesn't really matter. So like, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
And then we should just find you some goggles to give you night vision so that you can. Walk ahead.
Don't I
Or
have
some
my-
goggles and draw some eyes on it just to scare everyone off.
Yeah.
He's really sleeping.
Yeah.
Wait, is that guy sleeping?
Yeah.
We get like
Roll
8
for
googly
performance.
eyes. We get like 8 googly eyes and just put them
Yeah.
on all sides of his head.
Yeah.
All right, so
What is this
Delmar
group?
is gonna keep watch the whole night, and then probably Ivarin is gonna join him at some point after his 4
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I'm not, while we're talking about, I'm just gonna be I can keep watch until you wake up. There's no need to worry.
What would be the normal hours of sleep like for a full rest?
8.
What is that? 6, 8?
Eight
Okay.
hours. Yeah.
Well, it's not
Okay.
necessarily 8 hours of sleep. It's 8 hours of rest downtime. Like,
Okay.
6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of not doing a lot.
yeah.
Reading a book, tending to wounds,
Okay.
eating.
Okay.
Or like maybe if your character's 80 years old, then you stay up most of the night anyways.
Yeah.
No, I would say actually 8 hours is does sleep, because then you could keep watching and stuff if you weren't fully asleep. So
Exactly.
yeah, normally I just say 8 hours is sleeping, and then normally you would travel for maybe like 12 hours in a day, so that leaves you like 4 hours to do whatever. Well, actually, in this world, the days last 25 hours. So yeah, 5 hours.
Why?
Yeah.
Because fuck you. That's
Well,
why.
there were a bunch of sleep deprivation experiments, like in the Cold War, where they locked people in rooms, and apparently the natural human circadian rhythm entrains after 2 or 3 weeks to a 25-hour sleep-wake cycle.
I thought it was 26, but close enough.
Yeah,
But this
I like
isn't
that you also
Earth.
knew that tidbit. That's fantastic. This is gonna be a good campaign.
Well,
Or it was like 25.4 or something like. I don't remember exactly.
Is
is
that
there
why
like,
there's 24 hours in a day?
No, there's 24 hours in a day
No
because
damn
it's an
it.
arbitrary division
Yeah.
of.
I know. All right, so you guys rest the night, and you are not disturbed in the night. In fact, it's pretty silent and a clear night. The wind kind of calms down, and you awaken in the morning.
Sweet. And we still have not seen this. We've not seen that we're super close to the Shattered Crevasse yet.
No, you're about 2 days out from where you
Okay.
kind of were told the camp was.
Okay.
Onward and forward.
Yes, agreed.
if we're gonna want to get some plot, we better hurry up.
all the plot will be gone by the time we get there.
All right, so you guys continue onward, journeying for about half a day, and I assume you're doing the same thing with Silky flying up and whatnot, keeping watch. You are undisturbed. You don't come across anything, but by midday, Blinky returns. And he says, you also feel like the wind starting to pick up, and he says that he sees a dust formation forming that's coming into your location from kind of the northeast.
Does it appear to rise from the ground, as in it's like kick up from troop movement, or it is like a storm front?
It looks like a storm front, yeah.
I will relay as such to the group. Hey y'all, and also, would I know out of character, like having lived in this world, like are massive storms like a thing that are to be feared in this world? I assume.
Yeah, well, not necessarily feared. I mean, it's definitely like it's a significant weather event. You probably don't want to be traveling through one for too long. Usually when dust picks up, it's definitely because of a very strong wind, and it is usually a natural occurrence. So you haven't really experienced one yourself, but you would probably, even with whatever your survival is, you would probably imagine that a sandstorm is not something you want to journey through for a long time.
Hey guys, I know I'm not much of a survivalist, but a sudden sandstorm is not really something I want to journey through. How would you guys feel about finding some cover?
Get the ropes.
Seems like the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and it really, I mean, like, honestly, I don't mind a little bit of wind and sand, but it's really Delmar that I worry about. His poor servos. I think that they just can't take much more of this. Isn't that right, bud?
Do you have any rope? I totally ignore your question.
I tossed him I have 10 something feet of hempen rope. I have 10 feet of hempen rope that I'll just toss to him.
I tried to catch them, and I'm just like, this probably isn't gonna be enough.
I'll give him mine. I think I have like 50 feet.
Anyways, we should probably maybe not tie it to all of us, but at least hold on to it in some way,
in
shape,
case
or
we get
form
like stuck in the storm. Yeah.
to not lose each other.
Can we start like, are we like, is the landscape we're in like totally flat, or is there like, are there caves, buildings, anything else like that?
So,
Ruins?
yeah, that's a good question. So as you were journeying to the prism, it could definitely start. You were journeying a lot through the plains, and then it obviously transformed into a lot of sand, eventually hills, and then the area around the prism was very mountainy. And this whole area, the Shattered Crevasse, it's at the mouth of basically this long trench pass that goes down further south. And obviously the area just keeps getting more and more rocky. In fact, you start seeing some of these projections, like they're not mountains, they're not cliffs, but they're just like these weird projections from the ground. So there is some cliffs, there's some rocks starting to emerge. They're not super prominent, so in the distance you probably see some of these formations, but there's nothing immediately around you at this moment.
I wonder if we could find like a cave system we could get into.
You could try to do survival for that.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna retask my drone. I'm gonna retask
drone
to see if he can find a like what looks like a cave, or like any large crevasses from up on his high point where we could potentially shelter for the storm.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. So let's do actually survival and perception then, because you're using your owl to kind of do a location, and you're trying to figure out if it's a good location or not. So 13 is your average. And then you can do it actually with advantage because you're using your owl. And then I'll also let Rita do it as well, but at regular.
Oh, great.
So that would make my average 16 then?
Yeah, in this case it would be 16. And Rita is just,
that should not be with advantage, sorry.
Yeah, it should be just normal. So you're actually at what, like
Rita
5?
sees everything.
No, not 5. You're at 9. 9, yeah. Yeah, so Rita, you don't really notice anything, but using Silky, Blinky, Silky, you are able to, you're not able to spot a cave, but you see kind of a formation of these. I'm trying to find a word for this type of arrangement here on the map, like these spikes protruding from the ground. I don't know what they're called in English, but basically you do.
Dune?
A what?
A dune?
No, a dune is like just like a flatland of sand, I think.
Oh, the spike. Oh, okay, the spike.
Yeah, these spikes. Yeah, so you see these spikes from the ground, kind of to your, I guess it would be south. That are about a mile out.
Are they like pointed on top, or are they like flat topped? Like
Yeah, they're
the Devil's
pointed.
Tower?
Yeah. So they're
Pointed,
like,
okay.
yeah. So they're like, yeah.
It's like kind of like stalactites.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But not exactly
But
stalactites.
huge.
Yeah. When I picture these, I think of like when tectonic plates come together and one like pushes up. Like that's kind of what I think of, but like on a smaller scale. Like
they're called rock forests. If it's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, rock forest. Yeah. So you see a rock forest to the south that you think would be decent cover, but it's about a mile to the south.
Well, like I said, you should probably try to grab a hold of the rope or tie it to something, your belt, anything, and at least 2 together and 3 together, or all of us together, just so not all of us get lost at the same time.
Yeah, I'm down to. I'll lash myself to Delmar.
Oh God!
Do we have enough rope?
You look down. You see me like tightening the knot. I look up and I give you like a wink and a thumbs up and like a big toothy grin. I'm just like, storm buddies.
Yeah, well, if there's a 50-foot rope, then we can each grab it and still be 10 feet apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you would
but
have to
probably-
wrap it around you, so the map doesn't quite check out. But sure.
If
What
we're
if we
just
just
holding
should be
on.
tie
enough.
little like looped knots?
Well,
in
yeah, I
that
was
we
thinking
can
you were
hold on
talking.
to?
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm the only one that has two pieces of 10 feet rope in my hands, and apparently the goblin tied one of the ends to me and him.
Storm buddies.
All right, so you guys tie the rope around each of you, and I'm gonna say you're about maybe like 7 feet apart, so like maybe yeah, we'll just say 2 squares on a like a normal grid. And you start, I guess, running or walking towards the rock forest. And as the storm basically starts to cover your location, you reach the rocks and kind of take cover. The wind suddenly picks up, and there's sand all around you, swirls, limiting your vision and also other senses like hearing. If you talk to each other, you probably have to shout to hear each other, even though you're pretty close, because the wind is just howling around you. And
I'll turn to Ivar and be like, "These rocks are pretty nice."
Ivarin rolls his eyes.
Oh god, not the rocks again.
Ivarin rolls his eyes and just says, "Silky, just find us some cover."
No, this is a thing now. We're doing a bit. But I will also look for cover.
Yeah, so you get to the rocks and you hide behind them, but the vision is so significantly limited, you can probably barely see 10 feet in front of you. And you just cover behind one of these rocks to kind of prevent a little bit of sand. But you're still obviously getting covered. And you probably have some sort of, definitely like desert adventuring gear. So you would like maybe pull your heads up and put your masks around your faces. But the sand still seeps in because there's no way of stopping it. And you just huddle down. And you huddle down for, several minutes. But then, Silky, you feel something.
Can I recall Blinky real quick? Can I use my action to like recall?
Oh yeah, he's with you. I mean, there's no way he's flying in this.
There's no way he's flying in this.
Yeah. There's no way he's still flying in here. And Ozune also is like kind of like huddling closer to your neck, Delmar. So, yeah. So, Silky, you suddenly feel something very sharp just stick into your side as you're kind of I imagine you're kind of like huddled in a ball together. But as you're huddled there on the outside, you get something very sharp to your side. And
oh,
Combat!
And you take 1 second. You take 5 points of slashing damage. So it doesn't quite pierce you, but something just like swipes on you and causes you to start to bleed a little bit.
I try like, we're being attacked. Can I just immediately turn and firebolt whatever just did that?
Yeah, turn around and roll a perception check for me.
I bet you there's all kinds of gross bugs and shit in this cave.
It's not quite a cave, so you're still in a desert.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. 17.
Okay, so yeah, you see something in the sand. You're at first you're having like very hard time seeing anything. By the way, can you see the map now?
Yep.
It's a bit weird for me.
Yeah.
And it should
okay.
Yeah, it should be dynamic lighting, and you should only be able to see basically like 10 feet in front of you in kind of an arch. Is that right?
Cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then I set it up right. Let me transfer the map. So Silky, yeah, so you just are able to make out this creature in front of you that as soon as you can get your firebolt out, but as soon as you shoot it, it basically disappears back into the sand. In fact, it seems to be part of the sand, and you just barely were able to make out this structure. So go ahead and get your fire. I'll let you get your firebolt out, and then you can. Everybody can roll initiative for me.
I don't think that's gonna work.
So yeah, this thing was like right here.
How do you get 4.15?
So
you can add your dex mod as a tiebreaker.
yeah, so it's the tiebreaker value.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait. Why is it giving me a no valid token was selected?
Oh, you have to select your token so that it adds it to the turn order, which you should now see on your screen as well.
Select your
Wow.
token.
If you click it on the actual.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I got it.
And eventually I'll import all of the sounds into here and music. But I didn't quite have time for this one. So all I have is desert sounds, which I will turn on in a sec. Let me just roll their initiative. Okay. All right, so everybody rolled. Let me sort. Delmar, you can also you get to control Ozune.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
I thought he
actually.
flew away.
No, he didn't. Did I not make a token for him? Oh, I probably didn't. I didn't probably assign it. I did create it, but I didn't assign it to the sheet. So let me do that really quick.
Can you create a cat for me too while you're in it?
Oh, hang on.
It doesn't need to be like a cat token for the moment. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I'll make a character sheet and I'll assign it to you, and you can change it, and then we'll get a token for it later. Add a character. Edit. If you want to look up a picture and send it to me, I can probably upload it eventually. Ivarin. Okay, you should still see it, or you should see it now.
Yep, I got him.
Okay, let me import Ozune. There we go. All right, so he's probably on your shoulder, Delmar, so I'll put him here, and he's smaller, so he's about that big.
Technically, he's a medium creature, so he...
Okay.
Rockfall.
All right, go ahead and roll his initiative so that he's added to the tracker. But just so you...
give me him.
I didn't? No, he's there. In your folder.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
And just so you know, he I mean, if he has to fight, he will, but he's more of a reserved creature. He wouldn't just fly out and start attacking shit. So you click go into his character sheet, and then there's a int roll button right next to the armor class, or
there you go.
to the right of the armor class. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's sort that. Descending. All right, so Pot, you are up first.
Great to have the experience one going first.
I know.
So this is all my dude can see, huh? This is all Pot can see. And with D&D tabletop, can I move past a player, or do they have to move out of the way, or do we have to roll?
You can move past, yeah. So past your own characters, unless they choose not to let you through for some reason, you can move freely through them. However, there is obviously opportunity attacks if you move away from enemies, and you can't move through enemies as well.
Yeah, okay. And just a little thing, I don't know if you can tell me this, but like this wall, is this like a solid wall here? Is that what we're looking at? Like one of these?
Yeah, so that is part of the rock forest. So you can go a little bit under it, but you can't move fully through it.
Okay, and can my guy look 360 degrees around him? So can I like turn my guy?
Yeah, so you can rotate your token. And so you can rotate your token whenever you want on your turn. But don't move your token unless you obviously want to move. And by the way, this thing kind of flew out of your sight, so you don't see it anymore.
Okay, so would I have originally seen it this direction?
So you probably heard Silky kind of pop up and say there's something in there, and you look that way, but by the time you look, you just see him shooting something, but you don't see quite what he's shooting at.
Okay. And is it 10 feet for each square? Is that how this works? 5 feet for each square. Okay.
So you essentially can move, 8 squares? No, 6 squares. God.
Sorry, just a quick crash course on this stuff. There's
no worries.
Numbers of my guys. So the 28, I think, is my health, right? I can...
Yes, 28 is your health, and Silky, you just lost some health, so let me... Okay.
And the green? figure next to it. Yeah, I've got like 28 and 18, these two figures. One's in a red circle, one's in a green circle. When you click on my guy.
Yeah, that's your HP and your AC.
Oh, AC. Okay, cool. Yeah, because
So
I've got a shield.
Yeah.
So the green one is AC and the red one is
Okay.
HP.
Gotcha. And just to confirm my AC, actually, we'll wait until if I get hit or when I get hit. So there's one movement.
So
it was this
also
direction.
keep in mind, I'm gonna draw the rope. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say it's like this.
Oh yeah. I'll go back. Sorry, so we can restart that. Okay, so we're forward.
Yeah.
And so I'm connected to.
Yeah,
Right,
you probably at this point you probably stretched it
I know.
as far as it will go. From Delmar.
Cool. So let me have a quick look at my spells. Sorry, guys.
No, don't worry about
Yes, you should be sorry. How dare you?
it.
Damn, you newbie.
Yes. Go back to noob school.
Guess we've got.
Serious business,
back.
D&D.
All right, I'll Do I get any advantage of just staying still or anything? Is there any advantage to doing this right now?
So on your turn, you can take an action and move, as you know. The action can be like holding an action like based on a condition. So you have to tell me what you're waiting for, and it has to be met for it to go off, obviously. Or you can, take like a defensive action, which will give you a bonus on your defense. So things like that.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I can't really move forward because I'm going to drag
Right,
Delmar with
right.
me.
Yeah, so
I
you've
think
stretched the rope
I just
max.
Yeah, so the rope's stretch maximum. I don't want to drag him along with me, so I guess I just take a defensive stance at this point, facing towards where the little
You
sand
can
spear
use
nose.
an action to do evasion, can't you?
Yes, so that's what so you can do either evasion or hold an action, yeah. Would probably make sense here.
Okay.
Do you know what
The
those
evasion. Nope, no clue.
Evasion basically I think gives them disadvantage when attacking
Yeah.
you.
Every attack
Okay.
is a disadvantage on you.
Okay, done. Absolutely. Yeah.
So evasion then. And
Yep.
we can pick a token for it or like a little icon for it. So let's just say evasion is going to be what's a good one? Let's just do the little ninja thing then.
Ninja? Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. And if I forget, even if the icon is there, just remind me because I tend to forget anyway. All right, so that's it. Delmar, it's up. It's your turn.
Well, did I see what happened? Probably not.
No, same thing as Pot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Osun to get away from me, and it's spider time, baby.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
So yeah, Ozune probably flies off to like right here, trying to shield himself from the wind still, because he can't really fly. But he tries to. Actually, he's gonna fly a little right here. You probably can't see, but he basically takes shelter behind the rock a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you transform into your. You probably break the rope at this point.
Yeah, I break the rope.
So
definitely.
there's no more rope between you and Pot. Let me.
Well,
do that.
I was at the end of it, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Why is it purple now? It's annoying.
Does it matter?
Now I can't delete it. Okay, one sec. I have to redraw the rope. Okay, and then you can drag your spider out.
I don't know where it is.
Your thingy, your sheet. I'll do it. There it is.
Oh, I drag it from. Oh, okay.
And let me quickly set up.
Yes, you're gonna have to give that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you vision.
Remember, I have blind vision with this one.
Oh. You have
Or
blind
sight.
blind sight. How far is blind sight?
10 feet. And
Oh,
dark
so
vision.
it's basically the same
Yeah.
as the
But
other
I
thing.
can see around me technically.
Yeah, so Okay, cool. So does that? Can you see now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove that one. So.
Yeah. Well, you can still use the vision on that one, so I'll just delete it actually.
Alright.
All right. Cool. So that was your action, I think.
No,
You
that's
can-
a bonus action.
Oh, that is bonus action. Okay, nice.
So do I see these things?
Yes. Well, I'm assuming blind sight. You feel them.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does webbing work? Because I don't really have an attack, which is webbing.
Um.
As in, like,
Yeah.
a spell
So
web?
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think spiders can do that. Like they don't have a web attack. But I can
mean,
check.
Like, but the thing is, I have web walker and I have web sense, which means
Yeah.
I should be able to web in some way. Is it
Yeah.
just like where I move, I drop web behind me if I want to, or like?
I don't think it works like that. I think if you could even do that, it would take like some time to actually do the web because spiders take a while to do their
Yeah.
web stuff.
Giant spiders can have a web ability.
Also, are you a normal spider? Wait, are you a normal spider
No,
or
no. I'm gigantic.
are you a giant spider? Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a
I'm
giant spider.
spider.
So no, you have a web. You have a web power then. I don't know why you didn't add it.
What, do I?
Giant spider web.
Yeah.
Recharge 5 to 6.
Oh, I forgot.
Here, I'll send it to
Okay.
you.
It's a ranged
bad, I
weapon
forgot
attack
about it.
plus 5 to hit. Target is
Yeah, I saw
restrained
it
by
now.
webbing.
I just didn't add it. My bad.
Just look
I
up
don't think
giant
it's a-
spider
I
in the
don't think it's
compendium.
an-
And
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think it's like
I-
a giant AoE thing. Like, I don't think you can like cover an area. I think the area becomes
No,
like
it's one
weak
creature.
after you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
One-
why
one
I
creature.
was also confused if you were just a regular spider or a giant spider. I thought you were a giant spider. So yeah, you should have web then.
Yeah, sorry. I just forgot to add that. My bad.
No worries.
Well, in that case, I mean, can I feel where they are, but like, how deep are they? Can I like start digging towards them and be like, ah?
No, you can feel where they are. So you can't see them, but your blind sense allows you to feel where they are. So you can still like attack them.
Okay. Wait, so I can attack them?
Yeah, you can attack them. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
Um,
blind sense does. Yeah.
I am going to get over here, and I'm wanna. How do I tell you which one I wanna attack?
You can just basically tell up or down.
Okay, that one.
Yeah, and
one in the
facing
sand.
doesn't quite matter, but yeah, I'm gonna say you're facing him, that guy. But the other guy won't quite get advantage on you because you can still see him. So yeah, okay, go ahead and make a. What are you doing? Web or bite?
Bite. I can't web it because it's on the underground.
Okay.
Right.
All right, go for it.
Bite.
10 attack. I believe that misses. Let me check really quick. Yeah, that does miss. So you go for it and you kind of feel where it is, but you don't feel connecting as it. You feel it kind of dart out of your way just in time. All right, and I think you only get one. So
Yes, that's my turn.
all right. Ozune will keep being back there, trying to hide from the wind and whatever is coming for you. Silky.
I'm gonna say, "Holy shit! These things are trying to kill us!" And I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself, as I
All
probably
right.
should have done at the start of this.
Well, you didn't really know you were being attacked, so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use that as mage armor, and that takes an action, so you can move if you'd like, but also the rope.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna stay still for now. I don't want to
All right.
trigger away.
Sounds good. Rida. Am I saying that right?
Rada.
Rada.
Didn't really think about it, so.
You're not saying it right.
Well, when I was like doing stuff in preparation, I thought it was Raida, but
That's
Rida.
also fine.
Oh, okay, all right.
Whatever.
Just don't say it right, because then you're ignoring the A at the end.
Yes. I can't see shit, so I'm going to. I'll just turn, so I'm kind of like have my back to the rest of the group, basically, and
You see
I
a giant spider.
yeah, I see a giant ass metallic spider.
Oh, yeah. We should have said that.
I guess I will. I'll use my bonus action to assume my fighting posture.
Okay.
And yeah, I will buff my AC. So my AC is now 16. And then I'll just hold an action. I'll hold an attack if anything comes within.
Within your range, 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And within your sight, so you're facing up there. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so at this point, all right, so you see these creatures appear out of the sand, materialize, and Ivarin, you're gonna get swiped with the claws of this creature as it goes and just tries to basically claw you on your chest. Where is this guy? Here he is. So let me make a roll here. All right, so he rolls a 6 and misses. And then the other guy to your right as well is going to go for a claw, but claws at your shoulder. Also misses. And then they are going to retreat back into the sand. You can get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. I'll swing my quarterstaff, two-handed.
All right. At which one? Top or bottom?
Top.
Okay.
So let's see. Do I have to target him or anything?
What do you mean? Oh, no, you don't have to click on him or anything. You just roll.
Okay.
Okay, so that does miss. So you kind of you kind of see it at the last second as it comes out of the sand. It swipes you, and you try to swing over. Your staff was kind of pointing in the wrong direction, and you just miss him. Well, not just, but you miss him. All right. Anything? Oh no, that was your reaction, so it just backs out of sight again. Oops. I'm trying to relearn how to manage these windows. It's not very nice. All right, this one up here, he's actually going to open up its mouth as it flies towards you, Miles, or Pot, sorry. He's going to breathe out this breath of sand. So as he opens his mouth, like the sand just flies towards your direction, and also covers basically everybody here in the 15-foot cube here. So let me draw that.
Well, unfortunately for this little sand goblin, it didn't realize that Pot's actually from Australia and is immune to sand.
Oh no, the dragon! It's in the area.
All right, so everybody in that purple cube, including Ozun, so Simon, you can roll that, has to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I can only see one edge of the cube. I assume I'm inside it.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Rida, Pot, Silky, Ivarin,
Damn.
basically everybody except the spider.
Oh,
What's
name?
Dex?
Dex.
Yeah, Dex, anybody below 10 is blinded for 1 minute.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh,
Can I
no.
just like cop this in the face with Constitution? This is not going to end well for me.
But Pot, you readied an action, right? No, you
Oh, yeah, the
evaded.
evasion.
You evaded.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you didn't quite do that. Or this is not an attack. This is just an area of effect, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
sadly.
help you with that. You know
Roll
what?
what?
For evasion, I will let you roll at advantage though, if you want, for your saving throw, since it's dexterity.
12 then?
Okay.
Because it
Yeah,
was
for him,
12,
so
yeah.
12, so you're good. So Rida, you failed,
Yeah.
and did Ozun roll?
Yeah.
15,
the
so he's
15.
good. So everybody's good except for Rida and Ivarin.
No, I'm good.
what did we have to roll initially, guy?
Oh, I was looking at the wrong roll. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Of what?
What do you mean? Oh, 10.
Okay.
All right, and as it backs out, or it's going to fly back, Pot, you can get a swing on it if you like.
Yep. Give me that thing. Just a standard swing, yeah.
Yep, just a basic attack, yep.
Just a standard Warhammer swing, one-handed.
All right, that is definitely a hit. As it
Nice.
breathes on you, you kind of brush the sand aside, and you just go for a swing, and you connect with it. 24, definitely a nice hit. As you,
He breathed on you, and you hit it with your hammer.
yeah, and you kind of like blow away its lower portion, so like chest down, or what you presume to be this creature's
Ugh.
chest. You just like blow it away, and then it kind of recedes back into the sand, and you don't see it anymore. So that is
Holy shit.
My one true love gone to the sand.
Oh god.
all right. And then Delmar, as a spider, you get 2 attacks against you. Where is
I can
this
take
thing?
it. Famous last words.
Yeah. I can take it. All right. So 2 attacks. So that is a 10 and a 7, which I believe misses. Yeah, that misses.
Yes!
And yeah, so that's it. And Pot, it is now back to you.
Okay, so this is all I can see.
Wait a minute. What about me? I didn't get his turn.
Oh
Or
yeah.
are you not on here? Or did I just
Oh
skip you
yeah,
for some reason?
he never selected himself.
Oh,
so he's-
okay.
No,
So you
I-
weren't on the order. So yeah, you can get a turn
Wah,
before
wah.
Pot and then
It shows-
after Pot.
I see me on the order.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe I just
Maybe hopped him.
maybe. Sorry. So
Alright.
yeah, just take a turn and then we'll be back to you after Pot as well.
Okay.
My bad.
Well, now I'm gone.
It's all good. Well, I already used my reaction, right? So I can't ready a spell for casting if I see something, can I?
You know what? I'll let you, since I skipped you, I'll let you cast a spell instead of the reaction you took.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna ready acid arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as any of these things pops into my vision, I'm gonna cast acid arrow at it.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and roll for the top one again. I'll drag him back here.
Okay, cool.
Nite,
Yeah.
do not remove my original character from the board because you removed my initiative roll.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Okay, yeah. Let me drag him back in, and you can do that again.
So I have 12. I rolled. for
Yeah, you
initiative.
can. I forget what the control is. Yeah, control you, and then I can add it here.
All right. Well, I rolled an 18 on my
So that's a hit?
acid arrow attack. So, oh, that's the. Wait a minute. Is that the damage there? No.
No, the
Yeah,
the
you-
damage
you-
is you
you-
click on
you-
the name acid arrow. So just click on acid arrow.
I think you
Mm,
can
that
also
it?
have your.
No, that's not it.
no.
On the roll on the actual
Yeah. So
on the actual roll. side
where
by
it
side
says
roll.
acid arrow, just hover over it and click on it. On in the chat. Sorry, not on your character sheet.
In the
Yeah.
chat, cast at level 2. Okay.
So
There we
6
go.
damage. There you go. All right, nice.
You can also set your sheet to automatically roll damage. I think in the cog somewhere.
Yeah, you can.
Um,
Yep.
Yeah, I should just set that up if I can find it.
It's like the far right box, and it's like the third or fourth from the top, and you can set it basically like auto roll damage and crit. And that
Got
way
it.
you roll all of your stuff all together in one shot. And you don't have to worry about it.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh,
Awesome possum. All right, Pot. Now to you.
Okay. So I don't have the little ninja thing anymore. I don't think.
Yes, the ninja thing goes away.
Just as an FYI, is Pot like? Are you allowed to, or are we allowed to turn around like this and just sort of look 360 before we take our movement? Or
Yes, you can take a look around. Yes.
Okay.
I think he more has the vision like that. But like if we're super focused on something and something sneaks up on us, I think it's more for that reason.
Yeah, it's basically your field of view, because I always think it's also part of my flanking rules. I also think you can only see like in the front arc, so that's why I set it
Yeah.
up to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I guess Pot is going to so Ryta is
Right behind
blind.
Yeah.
you. Oh
and
yeah,
blind.
yeah. Well, actually, you wouldn't know that probably
Mm.
because you didn't see it exactly happening. But
True.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess like just taking a look around, I think Pot would just stand where he's been, because these things are just like popping up and just randomly attacking. Like, he doesn't want to walk off and get surrounded. So he's going to remain as is. I'm just seeing if there's anything I can do spell wise, just standing still. What would casting Divine Sense cost me in terms of actions and stuff like that at the moment?
Divine Sense, I think, is an action. Let me look at it really quick.
It
Yeah, as
should
an
say
action.
on it.
Yeah, as an action.
Okay, so I would, if I did Divine Sense, then I couldn't do like the
Ready,
evasion
no.
action
Mm-mm.
thing or the readiness and stuff.
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to just do the same. I'm just going to do the readiness thing, the evasion thing, get my little ninja back up and face the flank, essentially, and
Okay.
sort of wait to see what happens. I'm not going to venture, or Pot's not going to venture out on his own.
Also, I just want to add, also what you can do is you can ready an action.
What?
Yeah,
You know
so
what
you
that
can ready an action like a spell or a special attack, because when the only reaction you can take is basically when they move away, and you can only do one, and it has to be like a very basic attack. So later on, when you have like multi-attacks, you can ready your multi-attack and be ready as opposed to a reaction.
Well, you can also, like, basically readying an action is you ready for a specific set of circumstances, and you can ready
Mhm.
something for it. Like, let's say, oh, it pops out of the sand. I want to cast this spell on it, or I want to attack it, or I
Yeah,
wanna blah, blah,
exactly.
blah.
Yeah. All right. So, oh yeah.
Sorry,
What?
just a quick question. Sorry.
Mhm.
So duration being up to 1 minute, how many turns is that?
1 minute
It's like
is 6 rounds. No.
No, 10 rounds.
10 rounds. Yeah,
10
10 rounds.
10 rounds. Okay.
6
then
seconds is 1 turn.
So actually, let me keep track of that because it's.
Which,
it's
by the
blind.
way, can I just say, why the hell is that a thing in D&D? Like, why have
I
we,
don't
know.
why we
I
have
don't
we
know.
universally agreed that, like, why is one round not like 5 seconds or 10 seconds? Something more nonsensical
think-
than, like,
It makes it so that 1 minute is 10 rounds.
Yep,
I
exactly.
guess, but like, couldn't you make it like I
Like,
don't know.
add it.
6 rounds?
It lasts 10 rounds. Like, please.
Yeah, you can say 10 rounds. You don't say a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
It just
I
makes,
have no
it makes
idea.
no sense.
Or they could just write it both in minutes and in rounds.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
1 minute, 10 rounds. And that
Like-
way you don't even have to think about it. You just look at it and you know,
Yeah.
okay, we're in combat, rounds. We're not in combat, minutes.
Yeah.
Like how many rounds is an hour?
A lot.
600. All right. Anything else, Pot? Or weren't you? Do you want to ready an action?
So just to confirm with this ready the action thing, can I do the evasion thing and ready an action, or am I choosing?
No.
between the two?
So an action can be either evasion or ready an action.
Okay, I'm going to ready an action to swing my warhammer whenever something appears within my range.
Okay, sounds good. Delmar.
Be careful how you specify that, because the DM can be mean with
Oh,
you.
sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
I
mean,
mean, I'm not that mean when it comes to. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Lawyer hat.
If there's a wish spell or something, you bet your ass. But but not when it comes to like basic stuff.
Okay. So, DM, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can I try to web the creature and drag it out of the sand?
Yeah.
In
I
that case,
don't see why not.
because I don't want disadvantage, I know I will take 2 attacks, but I'm gonna back 1 space.
Oh, wait. So if you back up, they're gonna get a attack of opportunity. Okay, so then they're gonna swipe 2 times at you.
I don't give a fuck.
So the second one hits, which, by the way, don't forget that my crits, we didn't talk about this. 19 is a crit as well in my games.
What?
So-
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it didn't crit you,
I forgot
but
about
I just
that.
remembered that. Yeah, so it does hit you, and then damage, 5 slashing damage on the spider.
Yeah.
Oh, so then my warhammer swing would have been a crit, right? Because I got a 19.
Oh, did you get a 19?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you mind if
For the
we...
game?
Yeah, it is. Do you mind if we... No, it was an 18.
2419 is what I see on mine. 11 bludgeon.
Right. The 24 though was a raw 18 plus your
Yeah,
bonuses.
it has to be a raw roll, not a...
Okay, raw.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, sorry,
Okay.
my
Yeah.
bad.
So yeah, I want to try to web the one above me, so in the sand.
Okay, this one right here.
Yes.
Okay. So he has to... What is the...
Okay, so technically it's an attack, but I can roll it.
How do I... There's a way to get a character sheet up just from the token, but I can't figure it out.
You have alt click, I think, or alt.
Yeah, that's what I tried, but it didn't. All right, let me just pull it up here. Spider. Yeah, so +2 to hit, or +5 to hit for you for this attack
Roll
against its AC.
1d20 plus 5. Like
Uh,
I said,
And that's a crit fail in my because a 1 and a 2 is a crit fail. So this is
my web
technically
stopped working.
it's a ranged attack. We're gonna say it's not quite a magical attack. So go ahead and roll a 1d100. So first crit fail of the game.
Performance anxiety.
Oh no, I was prepared for this.
So D100. What'd you roll?
44.
44 is so you get a disadvantage on the next attack. This one is in terms of like bows and arrows and stuff, so it doesn't really make sense with a spider. But yeah, you get disadvantage on your next attack. I'm gonna just say you get caught in the sand and you kind of miss your target completely, and your paw is kind of like stuck in the sand. So next time you try to attack, you kind of have to pull
My
it out
paw.
and whatnot. Not
Okay,
paw, the tentacle.
no.
Sorry, tentacle.
Tentacle?
Tentacle.
Well, what are they called? Foot.
It's a leg.
Struggling with words today, okay, guys?
Pseudopod.
All right,
God.
Yvarin.
Walkie thingies.
Yeah, walkie thingies.
The walkie thingies.
Okay. I can't see any enemies. I am going to. I'm gonna ready Ray of Frost. No, I'm gonna ready Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
And
Just be
I
careful.
hate that
this is
spell.
so yeah, if anybody comes into, well, if any enemies, I should say that if any enemies come into my vision, I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on them.
Okay, sounds good.
It's not that mean.
Ozun is going to. You feel him under your belly, kind of trying to crawl in for protection. For a little.
Why? That's the worst place to be, you idiot.
No, he can get around. All right, Silky.
Oh, God.
I am also going to hold a firebolt. If I can, someone comes into my visual range, I will firebolt the shit out of them.
All right. Ryda.
So I'm blinded.
You're blinded, yeah. So.
Is there anything I can do to try to end that? Like, rubbing
no, I
eyes
don't
really
think
hard.
so. Let me
Shouldn't
check
you be able to
here.
roll a saving throw each turn?
Oh yes, a creature can
Yeah.
repeat saving throw at the end of each turns.
Okay, so that was
So-
a dex throw.
Yeah.
But that would end your turn. It has to be at the end of
Yeah.
your turn. So if you want to do anything else,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I can't unless. I mean, I don't want to just like slash out blindly.
But why not? He's right there.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Literally
What would like to
surrounded by
survive
friends.
one episode?
Yeah. Knowing that I have my teammates at my back and directly around me, I'm going to choose to not attack blindly,
Okay.
and I'll just
Thank
do
you.
the dex throw.
All right. Yeah, so you brush the sand out of your eyes and kind of clear it out, and you don't see anything around you, and that's your turn.
Cool.
Now the
Blindness
dudes are
on
gonna
number
go.
19.
Yeah, so these two will encroach on you. Yvarin, go ahead and make a perception check.
all right. 22.
Ooh, nice. You are very much aware, and you see this guy just out of a corner of your eyes fly to your right and try to get behind you. So you get your what was it? Fire spell? Oh, hideous light
Okay.
laughter.
Yep.
So he has to make a spell save, DC 13 on the, what is it, Wisdom?
Wisdom, yep.
And he fails. So he's
Nice.
like
Wait,
incapacitated
does he have...
from what I remember, right?
No, his intelligence got to be 4, more than 4.
His intelligence is actually, no, yeah, it's good. Yeah, more than 4.
Yep, okay. All right, so he is incapacitated and prone on the ground, so someone else can hopefully see him and hit him.
All right, so
That's
he's
a
Nice.
strong spell.
Oh.
yeah, I hate hideous laughter. It's so stupid.
I
For a
love it.
low level spell, it's like it's
love it.
ridiculously strong.
Dimitri hates it. I love it.
It's a do or die though, right? Like either they succeed or it does nothing.
Right.
So yeah, that's always been the trade-off.
All right, we'll
Like,
use
you
this
either-
one for incapacitated. All right, and then
someone goes stab this asshole.
another one flies in front of you, Silky, so you get your frostbolt out.
Oh yeah. I say, gotcha, bitch, and I will. Oh yes. Oh, 2. Bad.
Just 2. But this guy already looks damaged, and as the cold kind of connects, hang on, actually.
Cold?
Yeah, he said Ray of Frost, right? Or Firebolt, never
Oh,
mind.
he said
Fire.
Firebolt.
Oh, and it's
Burning
it's
cold.
actually yeah, so as your shot connects, it kind of ripples more than normal and kind of
Ah.
causes it to burn a lot more.
They are weak to fire.
I turn. I say to Pod. See that?
I see nothing.
Yeah, he sees nothing because another one flies straight in front of him, and you get to swing your opportunity attack.
Yep.
Or not opportunity attack, your readied thing.
My readied thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Pot's like, smell this one.
Nice.
Wow. All right. So actually, it just flies out at you, and you're completely ready for it. You go for an underhand swing up through its face, and as it connects, it just like the sand just like dissipates, and like he's not there anymore.
Adam,
Nice.
You Thanos snapped him.
Yes. All right. So now their attacks. So this guy's incapacitated. One attack against a Silky.
No. No.
Oh, and sorry, they have an ability that when you actually swung up, it kind of actually bursts into sand that flies at you at high speeds.
Wow.
So, Pod, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna have to be specific with my swing angles now.
No,
come
it's
down.
more of an explosion. Like it doesn't fly up,
Okay.
or it just it's all around
gonna have to be
explosion.
more-
Okay. Constitution, you said?
Yes, Constitution.
Oh, no.
DC 10, so you're good. You're good. All right, so, and the attack against Silky missed, and then there's going to be
Oh,
2
fuck
attacks
yes.
against Delmar.
Get his help over here.
One of them
Oh,
hits.
Please help! Please help!
One of them hits for 5 slashing.
Yes.
And then this one in front of you, Silky, is actually going to try to hide as a bonus action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so... Stealth. Where is
You
it?
can
Stealth.
certainly try.
Yo,
you
yeah.
say
He's
it's
not very
like-
good at it. He's going to attempt to retreat, hiding, but you can still see him, so go ahead and do your attack of opportunity.
So I'm a caster. I don't have Warcaster. I didn't have a blade
Oh, wait.
drawn. So
You also
Would I
already took... No, that wasn't a reaction. That was an action that you held. So yeah, you do
I
get a
don't- I don't think I
reaction.
get an attack
You
on
can
him.
get like an offhand attack, or don't you have a staff or something?
I carry like a set of weighted dice as my arcane focus.
Oh, okay, never
so
mind
I
then.
typically don't think of myself as having weapons on hand. If you're willing to give it to me, I will definitely take a swing at him. But
I think Avarin can do it then. Yeah, Avarin can do it because
Yeah.
he was right in front of him right here. Yeah, so
I
Avarin,
already
you
used-
can...
Or did the initiative order reset? Because I already used my reaction for the spell.
So I think that's just a held action. It doesn't count as a reaction, does it?
Right. it does not.
Yeah.
No? Oh,
So
okay.
you can get a reaction in addition to your held action. That's another benefit of a
Yeah.
held action.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do a 2-handed swing with my quarterstaff at him then on the opportunity, and that won't do anything.
Yeah, you
How
missed
would
pretty
you get
badly.
zero?
Get a... Is he too far away from pot for pot to get the...
Because he has a -1 on the thing.
that even-
You already got your reaction against this one when you pulverized it.
Okay.
Oh, no. That was
Okay.
a held action,
No, that
too.
was an action, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you swing at him as well, then.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so everybody just
Attack
kind
on.
All right.
kind of pummels at him.
Pot sort of like turns his warhammer around, so it's sort of like a... actually, it'd still be the same way, but it's he just turns it around because he's obviously swinging to the right, so he's going to do like a swing from left in front of him over to the right to like smack this thing just in its center mass.
Okay.
Smell that one. Get wrecked.
Yeah, you blow another
Yes.
one away,
Right.
but it again explodes. So now Silky, Varin, and you have to make another Constitution saving throw.
Come on! Oh shit, this is gonna be really bad. I am weak.
All right.
Oh,
Whoa.
God, Silky, you suck!
And Ivarin?
Oh, Silky, you piece of shit.
All right, well, I've got this guy still laughing like crazy here. So I'm going to target him with Ray of Frost, and since he's prone...
No. Sorry, it wasn't your turn. I was trying to get you to roll the Constitution saving throw.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How dare
Not
you?
good.
Oh, Jesus. The whole team is blinded.
Yep, so all three of you are blinded now.
Oh,
The
no.
spider did have disadvantage. The three of them are blinded, and Rita just recovered from being blinded.
Like, my eyes!
All right, and Delmar,
Jesus.
they're going to attempt to hide from you, and both of them vanish from your sight.
Didn't they use their action?
Didn't they
When
what?
they attacked me?
Didn't they what? Sorry?
Didn't they use their action when they attacked me?
What do you mean use direction?
Use their act.
Oh, no, it's a bonus action because they're in the sandstorm. They can hide as a bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they hide and they disappear from your sight. And Rita.
Even blind sights?
Oh no, that was Rita went. She cleared her eyes. So blind sights go down.
Wasn't that last turn?
Yeah, well that was right before the Memphis went. So it's back to
Oh,
Pot.
okay.
Back to top
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
No, it's Pot's
so-
turn.
Oh.
Yeah, you went
Yeah,
you went right
I-
before the dust
No,
things.
I think you missed her.
No, she brushed the sand out of her eyes, remember?
That was last turn, though.
Yeah, that was last turn.
Yeah, that was
Did
right
Silky just
before
go?
that was right before the sand creatures went.
No, but like she's last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm last in order.
Yeah, so didn't
So-
you do that after Silky? Silky
Well-
readied in
Last
action.
turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, last turn.
Oh.
That was reactions. Silky was and Navarre and they were all doing
Oh.
reactions. Yeah.
Okay. My
What? Oh,
bad.
Yeah.
confused,
Back
whatever.
to Pat or Pat.
Make sure you know.
His name is now Pat.
As punishment for questioning the DM, you're named that pot.
So the way I understand with the reaction is you get it on top of like or before you get your move essentially. So like at the end of a turn or something like that. Is that how this
Reactions
works?
can be a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
Reactions
Being very
happen. Reactions happen only happen if they get triggered.
Yeah,
So-
you get
Okay.
basically one per round to be
Yeah.
spent on spells or opportunity attacks or whatever.
Mhm.
They're not
Yeah.
part of like your actual turns. They
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
but
Reactions-
you typically only get one. I think there's special use cases where you can get more, but I think typically speaking, it's like used most commonly as like an opportunity attack or like a shield spell or
yeah, they have to be
whatever,
triggered by something.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, but it doesn't take up your actual turn. Okay.
No,
No,
it's
it's
Um,
not.
no.
It happens specifically not on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just check one spells thing here. Where are we? Okay. Could I theoretically cast Bless on myself and then do the dexterity saving throw?
Yes,
Oh.
because
Yeah.
you're targeting self. You don't need to see. Unless it
wouldn't-
requires vision, which it shouldn't.
What does components? VSM.
So actually, components are important. We do keep track of all components for spells, and we also keep track of all the ammunition. So like if you're using arrows, you keep track of them. And there's a system to see if they break and stuff. I have that in my homebrew. But for spells, it's components. So you can have verbal, semantic, and what's the third type? My brain is blank.
Verbal, semantic,
Material. Yeah.
Material.
So yeah.
Not to be too semantic, but the word is somatic.
Somatic? Okay, somatic. There you go. Okay, lawyer. All right, so does it require material components?
It needs a sprinkling of holy water, which I would imagine I would keep with me if I'm doing all this kind of stuff.
Yes. So you should have that. Yeah. Just keep track of it. Eventually, it will run out. Let's just say you have 100 uses worth of it.
Okay.
Or if you have a holy symbol, you can use that.
That's right.
Place of material components.
Yeah, a holy.
Okay.
You should have a holy symbol, so you don't even need components. Yeah.
I haven't set that up, but I could have a fork as a holy symbol because I really want to have a fork on my character.
Okay, I like it.
Back, foul beast, or I'll poke you with my times.
No, really, I want it to become a meme weapon that I want to use in the future, but we're foreshadowing here.
Killing the.
We're foreshadowing here.
Foreshadowing the death by fork with the jackal.
Is that why his name is Pot? It's just like adorned with cooking utensils.
Yeah.
Pot and fork. His last name is Fork. Pot Fork.
It's like Minsk and Boo, but pot and fork. Okay, well I whip out my fork. I guess or the water, whichever one. It doesn't really matter, right? Let's use the water because I got 100.
All right.
The holy water. So I'm gonna bless myself. And then I'm going to. I don't think I have to roll for the blesses. It's just like you just get your D4, an additional D4.
Yep. So you can roll your D. So you can roll your Dex or what? What is it? I forget.
It's a Dex save, yeah.
Yeah, Dex, and then
a D4. Okay. So boom, Dex, nice. It's not going to matter anyway.
You don't need it. Yeah, you don't need.
Yeah. Cool. But I'm still blessed. And
Wait. Why don't you? You rolled a 9. Oh yeah, because 1 automatic. Yeah, you're right. Duh. Math. Let's do it. All right, so you're good, and then it is Delmar's turn.
Wait, just to confirm, we take the left number, yeah? Sorry to interrupt. We take the left number there, where I've got the 4 and the 9, because it's
the left
one.
one.
Yeah, the left one. So yeah, it is a 4. I was thinking right. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. So you're still blinded. You're right. It doesn't matter, but you're blinded. Not good. Okay.
And bless doesn't give me advantage or anything.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
God, I'm so mind blank today. All right, Delmar.
So, wait, what's my character?
You can roll to see if your thing recharges.
It recharges 5 to 6 turns. It says.
No, that's a die roll. So each turn you roll a d6, and on a 5 or a 6, you can use it again. Okay, so you can use it again. Nice.
I'm gonna see if I can find them. I feel something.
The image of that. Oh my god. All right.
What?
22.
What?
Okay.
Is that him RPing this out of a spider?
Yes.
Is that what spiders sound like in Sweden?
ASMR spider sounds.
Sounded like.
All right, so you definitely hit, and you do 9 piercing, and then on the poison, you kind of feel it, kind of this greenish glow resonate around his body, but it kind of dissipates really quickly. So you don't think it's doing too much damage to them. So that will be a. All right.
Mama, jump back.
So they get an attack of opportunity.
Yes. What, didn't they use their... No, that was last turn.
No.
My bad.
They do hit you. Or he does hit you for 3 slashing.
Can they stop rolling good?
Rolling
Stop.
decent. All right, and now it's Ivarin again.
All right,
Now
well,
you can finish him.
I still have a bonus action.
no, I can't because I'm blind.
Oh yeah. What do you want to do for
So-
your bonus action?
I
Don't
want to
mind.
heal myself.
Okay.
First level.
Wait, you can't cast spells in your spider form.
No, but I can cast specifically to heal myself with my spell slots in animal form.
Oh, you can? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Additionally, while you're transformed in wild shape, you can bonus action to expand a spell slot, regaining 1d8.
Nice.
So I want to use first level slot.
Sounds Gucci. All right, Ivarin.
All right, well, yeah, I'm blind, so it's a Constitution saving, right?
Dex.
Dex.
Which doesn't make sense because the sand is already on you, but you save, and you're not blind anymore.
Cool.
But it is the end of your turn. Zuna's going to keep being there. And then Silky. You're blinded as well, which we forgot to do the blind thing.
All right.
You can technically still attack if you're blind. You only have disadvantage.
Oh, don't think I don't know that. I am going to perk up my goblin ears, and I'm going to say, "You can hide, but you can't hide." And I'm going to try and fire at disadvantage with my firebolt. At the
In which
nearest-
direction?
Oh, can I not like listen and try to see by what direction?
No, because the wind is howling. Even under normal
Oh.
circumstances, it would be really hard, but in this case, I'm going to say impossible.
Well, then I'm going to do something different. I'm going to snap my fingers and cast a flaming sphere.
Okay.
Right, I don't know, here.
I didn't see a ping. Oh. On Ivarin?
Excuse
I
me.
can't see where I'm casting.
Oh God.
Do you want to roll? Let's do a random roll then. Let's roll a d20.
Okay?
What's your,
Oh, this is gonna be
If I literally can't hear where I'm casting,
Or sorry,
if I can't
what's-
hear at all.
what's your
D12?
wizard school?
Two d12s.
What's your wizard school?
TPK.
Uh,
TPK.
divination.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So yeah, two
D12.
d12. Mhm. First one is the clock. So yep, it is down. But then 3 is 15 feet. So you actually put it here.
Okay.
On,
And I yell, "You can hide, but you can't hide," and I'll cast a flaming sphere right there.
Okay.
So anything within 5 feet of that has to make a dex save.
Okay, there's nothing there. It's actually on the other side of the rock. All right.
Okay. And
Right
I'm now concentrating on that too.
You are not
was
blind, so
looking-
you're good.
I was
Okay.
looking desperate
Can I
for
make
the
a?
dragon.
Can I make a?
Oh
do I-
yes,
Do I,
save for the blindness.
and it's con save.
Dex.
Dex. Oh, Dex. Oh, come on!
Still blind.
Son of a bitch.
Damn, our rolls.
The
suck.
worst. Stupid eyes.
Okay, so even though I can't see any enemies, since I can see Delmar fully in my range of vision, can I have would I have seen which direction he's been attacking in?
Well, when he attacked, he moved away, and then he came
Oh,
back. So he
okay,
kind of
so he's
disappeared
not
into the
here.
sand. Well, he
But would
moved.
I
He came
have
back.
seen which direction he disappeared to?
Yes, but it's like this general direction.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm still tied to you guys, right?
Yeah, you
Can I
are.
break
Yes.
that?
I would say it
what
takes
is
an.
that?
I would say it would take an action to do that.
God damn it. Fine. I'm useless here. I will break the rope.
Okay, so that's an action, and you break the rope, and now
Yeah.
Pod and the only two that are still together is Silky and Ivarin.
Great.
I feel naked.
Okay.
And you can move.
Then, great. Then I
Mhm.
will I'll move up here maybe
Okay.
Right, man.
and see. No. Yeah, and
Right.
Yep.
There's
All
only
right.
there's only one possible move you have left in your arsenal.
Mount your steed.
They
Charge
can
into
repeat
why
the
not?
save
Can I,
against
like, leap on top
laughter,
of him?
right?
battle.
You could, yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh God.
What's the save on it again, Ivarin?
I
It's-
mean,
It's
I'm-
it's a DC 13, and they get to repeat their save at the
Wisdom,
end of
right?
every turn and every time they take damage.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw. This guy does save, but he's still on the ground, right? Because it's at the end of the
Yeah.
turn, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So Pot is still blinded, so he has no idea this guy is gonna come and try and sting him, and then this guy is gonna try and sting Delmar. So, or not sting, claw.
With now has a lion surfing on it.
And
Yep.
Pot, you take 3 damage as something claws, but you can't quite see it.
Okay.
Uh,
3.
so you're down to 25.
Yeah.
Hey, how can it attack him but I can't see it?
Because it's outside your blind sense.
Lies.
All right, and then the one attacking you missed, so they're gonna try and hide again. No, and yes. So you get an opportunity attack, Delmar, against this one as it retreats.
Oh baby, here we go. Come on. Bite!
Ooh, and you finish it as you bite
Nice.
around it, but it does explode again, and
No.
you have to do a con save or dex save, Delmar, and who was it there? Rita.
Really now.
God, this sucks.
The
for me.
spider's blind.
Yep, spider's blind, but the cat is good. All right, blind side goes down by 2. Wait, is anybody blinded from the first one? I don't think so. So we're just gonna keep the second one. All right. So Pot.
So because I'm blind, I can't do a ready action and stuff, right? Because that would be what I would use to save to get rid of the blind, yeah.
No.
So I could theoretically ready an attack.
Yeah, I mean,
whilst blind
yeah,
and then
yeah.
roll disadvantage.
But I
I'm
don't
still
think
blind.
you can. I don't think you can. Oh, so I'll let you say, like, you can either, like, you have to take a chance because you don't know if you're gonna save. You either like use like feel, or you use the sight.
Okay.
But feeling,
Okay, see
I
what
guess
you're gonna
feel
do.
is very, I guess, hard to do. I don't know.
Yeah, because I might swing at a friend or something.
Yeah. It's
You
kind
can
of a
burn a
weird
friend,
quirk
too.
in the rules. Yeah, I've never had that. Like, you can technically ready an action, but you don't know if you're gonna see.
Well,
I'll let
I
you
mean,
ready an action. I'll let you ready an action if you can see something, you'll swing at it.
I don't think there's any limit to how specific your action could be. Like you
Yeah.
could say like if I gain my sight and I see
Yeah,
an
yeah,
enemy,
yeah.
I will
Yeah,
attack.
yeah, that's right.
Like
That's
you
true.
can make
Yeah,
your
yeah,
hold actions very very specific.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
game,
so
if
you
fuck
can-
it up, like you lose the action entirely.
Yeah, so you can definitely
you-
hold your action to if you see it again, you can.
And there's no or value in it. Like if I see it, then I do this, or
Yeah,
if I don't see it,
Usually, yeah, you have to specify.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you specify that, okay, if I get my view back and I see it, I hit it,
Mm.
that's it. Like if you don't get your view back, the whole action is forfeited anyways because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
specified only if you get
I
it back. So you don't need an or.
Yeah, it also falls into DM purview too, like because you can't be like if this and this and this,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or this,
yeah.
or this, and like
Yeah, yeah,
and-
yeah.
gotta go.
Not
for
If
it.
the stars align.
Yeah.
Right, but I think
No
there's
matter
also-
what, I get my action.
Right. But, like you can say like if an enemy runs by me or shoots at me, like if
Yeah.
I'm engaged somehow, like I think there's some wiggle room that
Start
falls
listing
into
all
DM
the
discretion.
possible enemies in the monster
Yeah.
manual. If a dragon, if a.
Every
Oh,
time.
If I hear sand that would ordinarily have fallen in 3
Yeah.
seconds, it then falls in 2. There is an object over there, and I'm going to
Oh my god, I didn't even
Warhammer.
realize we have 2 lawyers in the group. Oh my god, this is gonna be
I
hell.
mean, at that point, as the DM, I would just be like, okay, rollman intelligence, you need 100 to figure that shit out.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I'm going to Okay, I could really G this up here. So, yeah, I'll do the if I succeed in my deck save, and I'll ready an action that if I can see them because I have saved my deck save, then I'll do that ready action of swinging my warhammer at an enemy that comes in. But obviously, if I don't succeed the deck save, then I won't get the ready.
Okay, sounds good. So do your dex.
Which will be with a
21.
plus D4. 21. Because I'm still blessed.
No. Does the bless go away once you use it? I think it does, doesn't it?
No, it lasts
think bless
up to 1
lasts.
minute.
I think it's
Okay,
it's
never mind then.
concentration-based.
I'm thinking of another
phenomenal
spell.
spell.
I'm
What
thinking
about-
inspiration. I'm thinking bardic inspiration. Sorry.
It requires concentration. So how does that affect you?
So if you take damage, you have to roll to see if you can concentrate on it, and basically you can't cast another concentration spell until.
Oh, well, you can, but it ends the last.
Yeah,
then
you
it's
can, but
triggered.
it ends.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You can't have 2 concentration
Okay.
spells at once.
So I still get it. So I'll roll my dex save, and then we'll add a D4 to it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Ooh, not blinded anymore. No, we're not.
I am free.
All right, Damar, you are blinded though. I think.
Yeah, but I just realized I have blind sight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
that is true.
Okay. Your mighty steed is gonna charge. You better follow me.
Oh god.
Oh lord.
Rah!
Is it just out of character? Is he big enough to actually like mount and ride into battle?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I would
Yeah,
think
'cause I
though
haven't
that
seen
the
you this
Shen
far.
is like pushing the limits with that though.
But
I
I
mean, I'm
think drow are known
6'5".
for
It's
drow,
pretty
drow are
big.
known for riding giant spiders, aren't they?
Drow, yes, but she's Shen.
Shen.
I know,
Drow
well,
is like
on a
tiny
journey.
people. Yeah.
What about
They're
a
not that tiny.
320-pound?
Well, they're
Wait,
Dragon
how hard
skinny.
is it
They're
go?
elf
1,
based.
2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to go on a journey, Shen?
I don't think I have a choice.
Also, how you're speaking to her?
No. I'm not
I
speaking
just
to
hear
her.
like creepy rattling and like mandibles.
So what you're
clicking.
saying is you're metagaming then?
Okay, fuck you then. We're going on a fucking journey.
We're going on an adventure.
We're climbing up on the mountains.
All right. Is that it, Spider-Man?
Yes, I can't do anything else.
All right, Avarin.
All right,
Well,
finally
just for-
finish off this guy over here that's still on the ground. Now he's still prone, so
Yes.
so I should get advantage, right?
Yes,
All right, Ray of
because
Frost.
you're using well, ranged attacks actually don't get against prone enemies, right? Because melee
No,
gets
they get
against.
disadvantage.
Yeah, they
Range
get
gets
disadvantage. Range
disadvantage.
gets disadvantage, which you already get because you're right next to it and doing a ranged attack. But melee attacks get advantage on prone.
Yes.
But
Just-
you still
Right.
hit, I think, with a disadvantage. Yeah,
Well,
you still
14,
hit.
if that
Yeah,
hits, okay.
yeah, you still hit. So 6.
So yeah, that'll be 6 cold. And then there's also Ray of Frost has a slowing feature as well, I think. doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You're right.
That's
So it
right.
is slowed. Whoa, no, isn't there a save? There's a save on it.
Nope. Speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next
Oh.
turn.
Okay. All right, cool. -10. Alrighty, anything else, Avarin?
I'm just gonna. No, that's it.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to reposition Ozune. All right. Silky.
Can I try and like listen or at all echolocate where these guys are?
I mean, you can do anything you want, but it's like you only hear like this
Okay.
very loud blowing sound of the wind.
then I am going to fire a firebolt blindly right there.
Okay.
Wait, where? Where?
Go ahead and roll a I'm gonna say a D4 for me.
Ooh, no.
Ooh.
Okay. It doesn't hit anything.
All right. Then I use my bonus action. If I don't hear a scream of satisfaction, I'm going to move use my bonus action to move my flaming orb right here.
All right. I think what is it within 5 feet? They have to do what?
Within 5 feet. Oh fuck no! Did I get it? Yeah, 5 feet. They gotta make a dex save.
Yeah, you did actually go right next to it.
Oh, got you, bitch.
It does save though, so have damage or no damage?
Yes. So it's 2d6 divided by 2. So.
Okay. 4.
Correct. Oh, come on.
But it's fire, right? So again, it's
fire.
It's resistant
It's a
to it.
sphere of flame.
So it just takes half. All right. Rida. Oh, you get your save first, and then it's Rida.
Oh yes, thank you.
I also did my save, by the way, but I failed it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're good,
So it's
Silky.
a 20 save.
Is that good enough for you? How does the 20 sound?
I see you.
Good news, rest of the party. We're a lot safer now.
Exactly. Exactly.
2020 vision.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. I can't really do
Well.
shit. I've committed to this.
I've committed to this.
I guess I'll hold an attack if I am moved when Delmar moves next turn, maybe.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
hold
if-
it.
if-
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
If
hold
you
an
see an
attack.
enemy,
I'll hold an attack if anything comes towards us or if we go within range of an enemy.
All right. So
Yeah,
this thing
that's
is
it.
going to 30.
oh yeah, you can only really look forward now, can you? You
Yeah,
can't really turn around.
I'm just facing wherever like you are facing,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, so you Pot, you see this thing try and get back to the back end of you. Go ahead and roll a well, actually you don't see it. Yeah. Roll a perception check.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I physically see this.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this battle map is big.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
This is gonna go well.
Ooh. So yeah, you don't see it go like fly around your vision, but Silky and Ivarian, you see it, but it's gonna get advantage to attack you, Pot.
Okay.
So it does get a crit on you. So when this happens, it's a 19. You see, you roll a 1d20, another roll, to see if it gets a triple hit, but no, it's just a regular hit. So I just double the damage. 4 slashing, doubled is 8 slashing, so you take 8 slashing damage.
I relish in another scar.
All right, and then it is going to try and hide again. Where is it?
The question is, how well can they see in this storm? Probably really well, but
Yeah, I suspect they don't probably use conventional sight.
So anybody below a 15 passive perception can't see it. Silky, can you?
Sure.
What's your passive?
9.
Okay, so then it hides from
It's
you.
not
You don't
good.
get.
It's
you
not
don't.
good.
Yeah, you guys don't get an attack of opportunity against it as it flies out of your sight. All right,
so that's why I get it.
and then this guy is gonna stand up and attack Ivarin. So he's no longer prone. Make a claw attack. He misses Ivarin, and is gonna try and hide as well. But I'm pretty sure. What's your passive?
13.
Perception? Yeah, so you still see it, so you can get an attack of opportunity against it as it tries to move away. Oh, but you
That won't
miss.
do.
All right.
Passive perception.
Next
So-
up
sorry, wait.
is
Oh, 10.
Pot.
To do. All right, so I would have felt it attack me
Yeah, from behind. Yeah,
in
definitely.
the bottom. So, a turn, and I'm going to I guess if I healed myself with, for example, lay on hands, that is my action, yeah? But I can just say, hey, I want to heal this much. Is that kind of how this works?
I don't remember if lay on hands is a bonus action. I think if it's an action, then yes, it takes your instead of your move or instead of your attack.
Yeah, but if it's a bonus, then
Yeah, if it's a bonus, it's a separate thing. Yeah.
let me just check. As an action, you can
Yeah.
touch a creature or draw from a power, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Okay, you know what? You risk it for the biscuit. So my movement is 10. 1.
Is that an Australian expression?
Dude, I was about to say, I have an ex who used to say that all the time.
5. 6.
And
I
when he
apologize
said
for-
that, I was like, I gotta text her and tell her that an Australian dude just said that.
Okay, so I can
I haven't talked to her in years, but I feel like that'd be
can't
a really
see it,
fun
no.
conversation to start.
2, 3,
Hey, what happened to the lighting?
Hey, what happened to the
So,
light?
What do you mean?
Put out the
1,
lights.
2,
Oh yeah, I
3,
love it.
4,
I love
Yeah,
it.
you know what it is.
6.
I got you, man.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I thought the dynamic lighting was off.
Yeah, I can see the whole map now.
You can?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Ah.
I cannot.
Liar.
What?
What?
All right,
Well, you want me
Delmar.
to share my screen on Discord?
Can you honestly see the
Can
whole
you
map?
actually?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
That is really weird. Did you like reload or
Okay, so-
something?
No, it just suddenly popped up.
Okay, I don't know. Your token is still showing that you have only vision of in front of the cone, but I guess you can have vision then. Don't misuse it. All right, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to ready the. I'm going to ready a swing with my warhammer.
Okay, sounds good. For if anybody comes into your field of view.
Yeah, if an enemy comes into my field of
Okay.
view. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Delmar.
Well, I can sense a friend down there, so I'm gonna be like, friend! Hello, friend!
But all I hear is like.
Ish. And wait, that's...
So, does Pot just see
Oh, I found it!
Ryder just riding this giant
Oh,
metallic
yeah.
spider around the
Yes.
In the sandstorm, you see the spider run past you with her on
It's
the back.
kind of it's kind of like that slow motion of like Pot looking like confused as this spider like scurries across in front of him, like what the hell is going on, kind of thing.
Well, then, and then you hear,
Back.
when I try to attack.
All right. I think
Can I use my held action?
yes, you can.
Finally, I can attempt to attack something.
Well, I hit it
In
for
the game.
9.
All right, so you hit it for a total of 14,
Oh, it's spicy meatball.
and then another 8. So, Ryda, you actually, Ryder the Rider, you finish it.
I'm gonna be freaking blinded again right now. Watch.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
I'm already blind. It's fine.
Why have I heard of that weapon before? Oh, it's a giant katana. Oh, that's
It's
so
a
cool.
longsword, Japanese longsword.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's...
Constitution.
So cool.
We rolled.
Oh,
no,
sorry,
no,
Dex,
Constitution-
sorry. But
Oh, Dex.
your roll, it was a
Um,
15, so we'll count that. So you're safe.
Thank God.
But then I'd rolled a.
No, you don't need to. It's not within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I'm a chill right here and try to get the blinding off.
All right, Ivarin.
Haha!
Okay, so I don't think I can see that one that attacked
No.
me before, right? Okay.
No.
And we've got how much rope between me and Silky? 10 feet?
10 feet, yeah. So you could get to here.
Oh, Pot also cut the rope, huh?
Well, no.
No, because he was
Yeah.
connected
was
to.
abandoned.
Yeah.
by multiple.
Oh,
people.
yeah, you went.
The chain in between him.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Do I see him now? My
Yes.
lighting's off, so I don't. Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm gonna magic missile his ass.
All right, so 3d4, right? Plus
Yep.
1 for each, or how did
4 damage.
Yeah. 4 damage.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Or hold on a second.
No, it's that.
Magic missile's supposed to have 3, right?
Yeah, so you do 3 or 2 more.
Right.
Oh, you have magic missile. Oh, that's a nice spell.
All right, and you blow it into oblivion.
Cover.
All right.
All right.
And
Oblivion, you guys.
well, you guys
Or
can't
that.
quite tell, but that is the last of them. So you're out of combat,
Oh,
and you guys survived.
Nice.
I mean, as long as you don't jump off me, I'ma keep running around like a mad lad trying to find more of them.
Okay, I'm jumping off.
Eventually, after a minute or so of this, Ryder just jumps off.
Yeah.
All right, but the wind continues to howl, and yeah. So what do you guys do?
Like, we get
Shelter.
deeper into this shelter to like
Yeah.
avoid the. I mean, like this is a pretty hard one resting place. I feel like we should just hunker down, let the storm pass.
All right, sounds good.
How large is this area? Is this like a full on cave? What is this?
No, this is not a cave. This is the rock forest. So it's just like these rocks that protrude from the ground and provide partial covering from the sandstorm. Because the
We're still
sandstorm.
like very much outside.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not a cave.
Do anyone have
I'm-
any like
I'm exploring
cloaks
the
or anything
area.
like that we can make as a lean-to? Just because we're gonna get like Delmar is going to get fucked up by this if he's outside.
I'm running around in the sand right now.
Yeah, you can
exploring
put
this
him
area.
behind like this rock right here. I'm gonna actually turn off dark vision or dynamic lighting.
Oh.
I give you
wow.
light. Yeah. So you can take shelter there and wait out the storm. You can also get a short rest if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Let's take a short break. I want to get some water. And let's be back in like 5 minutes. Sound good?
Sure.
Wait, so
All
where were
right.
you going to hide me?
Like right here. Oh, well, I assume you're going to turn back, right?
Well, maybe.
All right, well, you keep your form. And then when we come back, we'll see what happens. We'll be back.
Yeah.
If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.